We are live on Flat Earth British Think Tank. Flat thumbs to all. Double flat thumbs with bells on, with infinity. You can't beat that, no. Well, there's some epic, well, all of you, very epic people in chat. I'm going live on the Celtic Tartarian channel, my Facebook, and Think Tank channel. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have an epic night. It's going to be very beautiful. And we're going to share some thoughts. Right. I'm here. To start off with, this show is dedicated to one of my subscribers who has passed that critical 33 years of age stage and has moved on to just in time for the golden age and the age of Aquarius, right on her doorstep. It's a soul day, and that is Lindsay Ashcroft. So many happy returns and happy soul day. I don't do anything like soul days or Christmas or Easter or anything that they celebrate. I'm like, treat like, it's like anything to do with them. I can't stand. But like solstice is this weekend. Okay. And that is going to be a very specific solstice. That's going to be a very energetic, powerful time for us guys. Okay. I think it's going to be really important as well. Something is going to come. And we're going to have a big shift with the awakening. And I think this is the time. It makes sense. Middle of early stages of a pandemic. They're going to completely lose their shit soon, guys, as you all may be suspicious of. Great way to, lull everyone into a false sense of security. And they're going to come from later, But I discussed this last night. Last night, I was in a fabulous hangout with a British fella, Delroy, who's on a channel called Wakeup UK. Okay, I know. But they are globe believers, etc. But they never knew shit about me or who I was. So I thought, well, this is good. I quite like this. Okay, so I can, do my truthing thing. So I really enjoyed it. And I talked for 3 hours last night and it got really fantastic. And the main topic of the conversation is the awakening and the coming awakening and the lifting of all our vibrations together, and everyone's sharing exactly the same effect. I was going to say symptoms, but effect. Like simultaneously, no matter where you are on the plane, we're all experiencing exactly the same time. Getting any signs just lately? How's your dreams? Time accelerating? Is everything out there looking completely different? Okay. We'll have a think about that along the way. So I haven't got any notes, so I'm going to try and use my Brian, which is something that I don't usually do. So much love to you all anyway. Some fabulous people. And you only seen Gavi's back in my chat as well. And there's Lee. Dreams me mad. Yeah, well, because I'm like sort of my Brian is not like just in my skull. Okay. It's out there in the ether. Okay. I'm ether love bombing everywhere. Jerry Lightbulb, Gypsy and Rav, thanks very much for posting my links and stuff in chat feeds. Very kind of you. Gypsy, I like gypsies. Afternoon to you, BROK3N. So I was on a Dragon Sage, your book. You sent me picture and everything. All flat earth British peeps who have sent me book photographs of them holding said book. Okay, that they just bought, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset. Okay, thumbnail. You can send me the picture and I'll present it. And I got some fabulous ones. I'll just surprise you. All sorts of juicy scenery in the back of our book. Okay, so it's going to look fab. So we'll do that later on. We're going to have some laughs later on. Now, part 2 of the show, I'm going to play an hour of the last show I did on this Wake Up Globe thing. You will find it interesting because if you know me, and you all do, you're going to be probably amused at my cocky as fuck cheeky flat eartherness, which I seem to exhibit when I watched a little bit back on my face. It's just like, they're lovely people, and I would just happy to listen to them. But they were like not even lavender pill, not nowhere near anywhere awake just yet, because simple, they were still believing mainstream narratives and talking about them like they were a real thing. It's just like, what? You can be that selective? Do you think some of it is truth and the rest is lies? What? No, man, it's all fucking lies. No matter what fields of inquiry we go down, we prove this to be true, guys. Now, what I'm going to propose in this post, I'll come back and give you all a chattage and shout at you in a minute. Is Cat, lovely Cat. Thanks for all your help, lovely. And Jenny, thank you so much. Awesome, precious woman. That's Snow Queen. Oh, she sounds really sexy. Yeah, that's Snow Queen. Where she gives you a kiss, right? And she turns into like this the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your whole life. Yeah. And she's all human-like. Yeah. So I don't know if she sucks your brains out later or does the Black Widow thing, but be interested to find out. I am human. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jenny. Dear Jenny. She is a blessing to this realm that she's in it. In fact, you all are a blessing to this realm. No, blessing. I was going to go and get my book. I got a book in there. No, I got, see that? This is my new fabulous backdrop. Now, one of my subscribers and friends who are, oh, she was here just now. Karen, okay, Karen Dirt and Rob Dirt sent a little parcel to my son who's, well, struck at metals, crystals and lapis lazuli and all lovely, lovely things. I copped that and a crystally prism thing. So I was very happy because I do like little shiny gifts and that makes Martin very happy. Bunny. Indeed. So thank you for my new backdrop, Karen. You're so lovely. And for your husband to make the effort to make all of them naughty things off that bit off of the cattle fence and add all little peace signs and crystals and stones. You know me so well. That is priceless shit. I wouldn't even feel the same effect if it was solid gold. I'd be like, something gold. Made by Rob of stuff off a fence. This is fabulous stuff. I really do love. You know me so well. Thank you so much. So, Lee, how's Brian? How's Brian? Oh, we're gonna have some fun. So, the proposal today, okay, is, and we're going to have a look at some evidence, is in 18th century Russian art, and from a lot of what I can make out from literature as well, up until, you know, War and Peace and the Battle of Borodino, there seems to be like no snow about. You know, in fact, it seems to be a really mild looking place. The clothing is the clothing of people who live in a mild climate. And considering, you know, this could answer the fact of why they will wear hats and why they all have umbrellas for shade and why the sky is whited out. Could it be 1, 2, 3 suns even in the sky post reset? Was this place a lot hotter? No, I'll tell you why I think this. Because of the evidence I'm going to show you now and what they push. So it'll be, oh, it was fucking freezing in the Middle Ages. Something really happened. And we had the Mons minimum and we got the records to show you. And we had the Thames Fair where the Thames River in London, oh yes, it froze over and you could have a market on it. We have pencil drawings to prove this is true. And they seem to push that there was this really minimal ice age thing going on at this post-reset period. Yet the evidence is showing through a lot of the artwork, which I'll show you now, that it seems like Russia in particular was boiling hot. Not only that, this would explain, you know, at some time in the past, St. Petersburg was actually built, unless it was manifested. Okay, but they say it was built on bones. But we've always prostrated on flat Earth British. How can this possibly be in a place that has thick ice and snow, you know, almost permafrost on the ground 9 months a year? When are they exactly putting these giant columns up? And how are the factories working? How is everything working in this place which just freezes over? This entire world has been built in a place which apparently freezes over. Okay, and it's supposed to be really bad as well. Now, prior to 1811, the reset of 1811 up to 1816. So it starts, I guess, with the comet, Kushka's comet, and ends up, you know, with New Madrid's event. And then there's Napoleon traipsing across Europe on his way to take over Moscow, right? And then the narrative is he gets to the Battle of Borodino, he loses 500,000 men, they all freeze to death in the snow and have like diseases and malnutrition, etc. Okay, because he can't keep up the supply lines. We're supposed to be talking about some sort of military genius, the greatest since Alexander the Great. That seems foolhardy and stupid to outstretch your supply lines. I'm not really buying that. Okay, so I'm thinking that might be just a psyop and bullshit to tell us that, you know, this place was really cold, etc., like it is now. Because there's no mistaking that these terrible Russian fucking winters, you know, like the one that took out the Nazis in World War II, literally a winter. That's what happened in Stalingrad, etc. Fuck them. They never had summer clothing. They all perished because of the weather. Now, I'm in the camp, okay, that maybe in this environment we live in, that nothing is exactly natural. That would include the mud and the trenches of the First World War and the rain that fell on them, and maybe some of these horrendous snowstorms like the beast from the east that turns up fucking miraculously a few years ago in Britain, maybe something to do with technologies. Okay, so further back in the golden age of Tartaria, guys, we'll look at, was it warmer? I don't buy anything they say. I just think the opposite. So that's me. So later on as well, we're going to, our video interview that I'll show you has got some fella from the valleys in Wales, a Welsh person. I don't know. Annoying, isn't it? I know. Lovely people. So I was happy to do it. And you find it all interesting because it's like you can see me, you know, doing my, like I said, a cocky flat earther. It's great when these people haven't got a fucking clue about anything or who I am or anything. It's just like, I like this, I was thinking. You know, I can, you know, tear it back. Let's have a look inside. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Did you know? check out trauma factor first. You don't want to like spludge people's brains. Too bad. So, Jerry Light, good to see you in Florida. You're very lucky to be there. Betty Swallocks. Now, there is a brother, blessed brother, a loved brother of mine, who's David Mannell, who's at the moment doing a series, which is better than anything BBC have fucking published, anything with like Sweeney on there or anything. He's in Cape Town in South America, and he's following the homeless people around. And if he wasn't such a loving person, he would be in a very fucking dangerous situation. Okay, so there's all these drug addicted homeless people, and what I found last night, the one woman, it just made me cry. I was just breaking down. She'd been through so much, and she was so lovely. And David was like, "Oh, come here," and gave her a really big long hug. And I was fucking moved. I was like, this guy's really fucking beautiful, you know. And he was out there just telling them the message, guys, you know, the important words of you're the creator and we're all little gods and we're just learning. Yeah. And when we start to learn all the more, we're going to become all so powerful, guys. Yeah. It's all about us. This place is all about us. We're the center of the universe. We're the center of it all. Yeah. And we've never been alone. And fuck their experiment. Fuck their fuckery. Because it ain't going to work. Guess what? We broke the spell, guys. We broke the spell. It is gone. Okay. Without further layers of fuckery that we got to get through to get to the ultimate truth of it all, the price. Okay. Now people want freedom. For what? Where are they going to go? So they know the definitions of this place, exactly what we're in, what the reality is exactly. You know, we have to really think about things in a different way than when we ever used to, is what we do to get true freedom. And the answer definitely is inside. If all is mind, which it is, and if all is consciousness and this universal mind, which is ever present, which I can feel right now, okay, this invisible presence, which is always there. Helping hand if you're a good person, okay? And if you're getting help and you're a bad person, well, that's really bad further on down the line for you. So let's have a little shout to you all, you lovely people. Fairies is in the house. So I hope you're all feeling happy and your vibration is up, because I think it's really important at this time right now. Like I said, I don't like it when it goes quiet, all quiet on the Western Front. Plus, I can smell rats everywhere and I can see what they're up to. Yeah, this was just testage. What's happened, guys? Their experiment. Ooh, schizo. Who's a schizo, Mel? Schizo. I protesteth. I strongly protesteth. Might be a bit of a schizo, actually, guys, if truth be known. Karen Dirt. Thanks for look at that. You did that. You did that to FEB. It's pretty fab, isn't it, Karen? Oh, how lovely. And it's Ozarky stuff as well. It's like, ooh, from the Ozarks. Yeah. So no, I've just got a thing about the Ozarks. But everything I've ever heard about the place seems fantastic. Yeah. It's what I love. The wilderness of America, the mountains and all that. Love. No tango. Let's go to the shitty cities. Ugh. You know. Great immortal. I can thank you because you're there. You're here. Excuse me, my eyes have gone to fuckery. Come back and help set us free. Well, I do seem to have the ability to get like a similar sort of people all together and gather. So it's an ability because it's like, you know, I'm good at with spotting people, and there's just the same really nice, lovely people. You know, we haven't got any like narcissistic people hanging around trying to fuck with us. Not here anyway, ever present in our chat. What's that cute brunette, Martin? Love it, Martin. We are the creators. Well, we're more, aren't we? We're sharing this whatever this is, this reality, and they've taken us, they've bypassed all of what we are, and they've used religion to use a mediator or a go-between to suck our energy away from the true creator, because they are vampires, they are energy parasites, and they only exist on negative energy. So when they got like the darkest times in reality ever, apparently since World War II or one or whatever, where they stop people thinking, because this is what goes down, guys. Okay, you're going up to like the explorations, we got Peary and Scott out there in the early Edwardian era, and then World War One. Nobody's looking anymore. Nobody's thinking about the confines of this place anymore. And they did the same for World War II, and then they rolled out the Cold War, where everyone's just worried about being nuked or radiation poisoning, more invisible bullshit. Yeah. And now we get up to the present day, more invisible bullshit. Yeah. Okay. To keep everyone scared, so they're thinking about the day-to-day survival sort of mechanism. That's kicking in because of the fear factor. Okay. And then everyone stops thinking, or them lot stop thinking about more important matters, more spiritual matters, more metaphysical matters, which is what's going on. Okay. Now, at this stage of the game, I'm not particularly that bothered about, like, if they've had the jab, that's just fucking shitski from now on. I had to really have a good think yesterday, and this separation, this alpha, betas, and gammas, okay, were like not even class anymore, or race, or anything like that. Now it's the jabbed and the unfucking jabbed. And the sort of subtle hint at, like, I watched this morning, I wish I could bring it up. It's on my Facebook. Tony fucking Blair. Yeah, Tony Blair. No mention of the Chilcot inquiry again, mind. Tony Blair on Andrew Marr. Now, I sort of dig Andrew Marr. I know he's one of them, and he's in the BBC and that, but he always like sort of seems to talk and ask the right questions, Andrew Marr. So he said this morning to Tony Blair, he said, well, Tony Blair's saying, like, he said, you're going to make this mandatory. So, well, we can't really yet, sort of thing. And he said, well, what about the masks? Oh, no, they can't come off. Even if you've had 3 jabs, 4 jabs, or jab till kingdom fucking come, that mask is never coming off, is what he said. Okay, complete insanity. This is may as well put a bullet in your fucking head. This is cutting off the electromagnetic response. This is them trying to stop the awakening by putting masks on everybody. They think that it will just stop that positive energy. People won't be smiling anymore. Like I said, guys, they want everyone down, lower vibrational experience. They energy fucking suck that because they're vampires, because they're parasites. When you're happy with epic amounts of not give a fuckness, and you remember how fantastic you are and what you're doing, yeah? Okay? This is not all about like bullshit fucking I want corporates, keep up with the Joneses, what they told you are. Superficial bullshit. Because don't take none of it with you when you fucking die. And you certainly don't come in with any of it, guys. Okay? It's all just bullshit. The real things in this life are the people. People and the souls you meet and you touch in this life, guys. Things that stay with you forever. Things you can remember on your fucking dead day. What is dead day going to be like then, guys? You looking forward to that? It might be really something else. You don't know. Your dead day, like, it's like, you might be like, ooh, this dying business, I feel quite randy. I don't know. I'm not saying that dying might get you all feeling randy. Don't know, might do. So you don't even know, do you? Shut up then. Dick. Vertic is your squirrel sniper is your in the house. Sausage approaches. Aardman is your as well. He sounds really hard, Aardman, but it's a Dutch thing. Retro's your. DNN's your. Good to see you, my friend. Ditch. That day, indeed. Indeed. Marius. So, yeah. Now, I was going to put this up on my community message today, and I got a book in there sent by Karen Dirt, about etymology of words. And the first one was blessed, okay? And blessed, okay, means to pour sacrificial blood over something from a ritual. The second meaning, like the Greek meaning of the word blessed, okay, is to hurt, to maim, or to wound. And I think it's pretty self-explanatory in be less as well. So don't be more, be less. So I was going to community message everyone. I had a lovely email in from a fan this morning, sends me like all love about the groovy books and everything, and then send me like a little lovely card all about being hurt and wounded. I was like, I don't want the evil magic spell, but thanks. I know the thought counts. It's all the thought that counts, but you know, as for the evil satanic voodoo spell, I'm not so sure. That's the etymology of the word, anyway. See what they do to us, guys. Now, share some screen in a minute. Got quite a bit to go. Thank you, Shinj. He's in the house as well. Mary Smith is in the house. So yeah, so I've been doing some interviews, and we're going to catch up with that a bit later. So we'll just have some fun. We're going to look at a little bit of humour later, right? So there might be, I doubt it though, a few juggage, okay? Like wobbling as well. Because we're going to look at, I might try and do a voiceover live, see how that goes down. For Flesh Garden, yeah? The best film ever made. Dun, dun, dun. Benjamin, good to see you. Speaking of words to plus, well, I think the intent has a lot to do with it as well. Yeah, the French for bless is to hurt. Yes, thank you, Dave. And the Latin one is fucked as well. So, like, if I was to say, oh, fuck off, you know, in a certain, like, vibe, like I meant it like fuck off, that'll mean fuck off. I was like, if I say, oh, fuck off, you're joking, you know, it's the intent, isn't it, in the word, and it would mean completely different. I'm just joking with you. You know, you're a fuck, I love you. See what I mean? It's just the intent in the word. So, you know, maybe the lady's intent in a blessing, I think maybe, hopefully, took the sting out of that magic spell. Be man, not a legal person. Well, this is it, guys. You know, this is where we need to empower people. Like I said, David was talking to these homeless people, and I tell you what, they are well fucking tuned in. It's because they don't watch television and that, and all they do is hang on his every word. You know, it's fucking fabulous to watch. And he tells them to empower themselves, and they are fantastic. He tells them what we truly are, and we're all powerful. He tells them that. And that we are, you know, if you want to call it the Christ seed or the Christian seed, I don't use that vibration equality myself for obvious reasons. But if you want to use it in terms of Buddha mind, okay, then that's one, I suppose, phrase to explain what's happening. But what is happening now has never happened before. And it is the most important moment in all of time approaching. Like, I mean, the biggest thing, like, ever, ever, ever. How do I know? Well, the Holy Bible is a script for now. It's telling us exactly. And we are no doubt, in my mind, whatsoever, we are in the book. We are in the final times. We are in Revelation. Because it explains it all to a T. Okay, the characters, the players in the play, they're all in place, guys. And do you know the elites? They ain't around. Buckingham Palace is empty, the Queen. Fucking deep fake that shit. Shane, yeah? None of them are here. They're all fucking gone. They've been gone a long while. We watched them go, maybe a year ago. Okay? There's a skeleton crew left, yeah? They're doing an experiment on who's left. The tests, they're saying, oh, wow, we can't, in Britain, they're saying we can't lift, this is that fuzzy head. Fucking freak of nature. Okay? Boris. He says that we're not going to lift restrictions just yet because we haven't met our 3-test quota. Some people haven't been coming forward and having the fucking thing rammed up their fucking nose. Okay? Now, I'm still in the camp of they are looking for people. Okay? For 144,000, the Indigo children, the people who are going to bring in the new era that they are doing desperately to try and stop, which is too late. Because the cat's out of the bag. One table of people know, and it's too late. And there's millions of no. So they bring out this crazy fucking pandemic to try and stem the flow of the awakening. Has it worked? Has it fucked? It's made people mistrust them all and more and understand the Hegelian dialectic, I guess, you know, problem, action, solution. And the solution is we're going to jab you up for fucking ever with whatever, nanobot technology, or whatever it is, guys. Whatever it is, it's really, really, really bad. Mark of the beast, isn't it? And I won't be able to have it. Like I said, guys, I've been thought about it in my brain 100 times. Same with a fucking test. You're going to have to make me. Yeah, you're going to have to make me. You're going to have to hold me down, and I will fight you back. And you're going to have to force it into me, because you will be killing me, and I will be just trying to fight to survive. You know, it's a human response, you see. If somebody's trying to kill you, you will fight to survive, because this is what we do. I'm not playing, guys. I'm not in that experiment. I never have been since the beginning. I'm not playing. Fucking experiments. The eye, good to see you. The man does not represent himself. He represents himself. Well, you know, with the straw man and, you know, what they did and the registration and everything else, if everyone, you know, like, you know, just opted out. The key to all of this, you know, the bottom line is, guys, is we've, you know, all of us have been guilty of this at some stages. We've all done it by consent. We don't have to do any of it. It's bullshit, all of it. You know, and they con us into, oh, you have to do this. Look, there's a letter that tells you. It's an important letter. We're more important than you, so you must do it. And people will be like, well, they're my betters, aren't they? And, you know, they've got the experts, so I guess they know what they're right. What do you think, Harold? Oh, yeah, Betty, fucking sign it, sign it. People will be happy to sign any fucking thing. Sell their souls a fucking way. For fuck all, really. Which is what they've done. As soon as they had that thing put in them, they should have thought more deeply, and it fucked everyone else over too. They went on the man's side. Since when was it automatic? Where's the fucking rule book that says, oh, you got to trust the man from the off? Because in my experience in this place, and I know fuckloads of my friends and other people, right, they're trying to kill you from the off, and everything is stacked against you. It was just like fucked, the whole place. But now it's turned around because they're fucked. Okay, and they're treading for water. Rats like a sinking ship, and they can't hold it down any longer. And do you know how I know? Because they've gone completely insane with the news narratives. That is stuff of nutty people, guys. We are intelligent enough and sane enough to see straight through it all. The space bullshit that they're coming out with, the dark fucking matter. Yeah, can you prove it? It don't even fucking matter. It's just bullshit to kerfuffle and fucking discombobulate everybody with more bullshittery away from the truth of what's going on, what's really going on. And that is everyone spiritually aligning at the same time for whatever is coming. Okay? It might be an event, guys. Yeah, this is a reset system after all. It killed everyone before. And if that is the terrifying truth, then I think everyone should embrace reality all the more. And the brothers and sisters all the more. Fuck them right off, realizing the truth. Okay, and then just act accordingly, setting up like what everyone wants to do is get alternative communities, countries away from them is what we need. Okay, if they don't go, we can't overthrow, and then who replaces them then? Who replaces them? All of the, in my Brian, I don't even want fucking monetary funds. Yeah, how much for that melon? I'm sorry, that melon is for display purposes only. Go on, I'll give you a bag of bush for it. Oh, go on then. That's the world I want to live in. I made these shoelaces earlier. Do you want to swap something for them? Yeah, man. That's what I want to do. But I know. That's to some people. That's like caveman world. No, it's not. It's not, because that's what we really are. See, we're symbiosis. We work together. You know. Do you know people in Thailand and that, guys? There's no unemployment. They just use the skill they got. They're good at fixing shoes. They fix shoes on the side of the road, and they get a living the whole life. You know, it's just like. That's not, you know, they train us in school to work for them. Do you think you need algebra? Algebra's for the stock exchange. Fuck off with your algebra and your logarithms. When am I going to use that in my real life? Like, never. Just fucking training you up to be that little bitch. Yeah, so what statement is that, Ewo? What does it mean? So is that new YouTuber? Do you know who that is? Write the name. Just asking. Do you know who it is? It's everywhere, isn't he? Or she? I wouldn't even know. Bandana Shaman. Eyes. Look in the eyes. Wayne. Bernard. Especially in Armageddon, yeah. Yeah. Do you think in the Tartarian fucking field, like they did with the flat earthers, do you think they just don't try and just come in, grab the narrative, or fuck with it in some way or other? Listen, guys, I've been knee deep in this fucking bullshit, or up to there actually, for fucking years. All the stuff that you don't see behind the scenes, you wouldn't even imagine, guys. Fucking dodgy YouTube is. Yeah. If I wasn't like me, I don't think I would bother. But it ends to a means, isn't it, to get the truth out. And now we got the book, so I can hopefully reach more people as well with this information. Okay, change people's lives. Let them turn them around. Get off them. Get away from them. Get off their medications. Get off everything that's killing you. Fix your food. Fix your head. Get right. Align now, or it's going to be too late. You'll end up like them. And the way I'm feeling at the moment, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes, guys. I'm telling you now. And it's not the death thing, because I'm not really, it's not that. It's not even bothered about that. Or what's going to happen to me. It's the spiritual aspect. And, you know, everything that my core beliefs, you know, my core who I am, that's going against. I wouldn't, you know, I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to live for myself. That's what I'm saying. Fucking just the worst thing in my head. But for everyone else, it's nothing. Yeah, all right. For me, it's like the worst insult to me. Filthy rags, flat firms, especially with what I know now about vaccines, thanks to my friends. Isabella, good to see you. Double flat thumbs with infinity. You can't really beat that. So I had my little intro rantage. I think I am pretty fucking well known for them. Am I famous or infamous? I know. Dun, dun, dun. I just wondered. So blue skies, yeah? Right, I'm going to crank up. Thank you, Melage. I hated school. Oh, man. I don't want to talk about my school days. You wouldn't believe it anyway. Later on, though, we'll have a think about contemporary stuff, like when we had a little like pop quiz and stuff like that. I was in a quiz the other night, and I got a question, right? I'm really chuffed for myself. I goes over to Zulu One, who's my brother, flat earther in America, and he does a little quiz thing with Betty. And the question was, what gang of outlaws appeared in the film Time Bandits? So it's not Time Bandits, not them, but there's another. I knew straight away. I thought Robin fucking Hood, and his merry men, innit? When he says, "Oh, have you met the pot? Oh, they're horrid, aren't they?" They're awfully nice. Terrible people. Mike, good to see you. Squirrel, make your own light when the time comes. Yeah. People are really annoyed by your light shining. I've noticed it's like in the film The Matrix when they don't like Neo being awake. It's like, I'm getting all sorts of stares, I guess vibes, and it's like, why ain't you even worried? Why haven't you got a mask on? Why ain't you even bothered? It's because I ain't got a telly. Choked on my hair. So, vaccines are deadly. Anyway, I don't want to play their stupid games. I'm living in a normal world with normal fucking people out of the way of insanity. That's just me. But I have known that they've been driving the whole of humanity on a block ends for fucking years. I've known that. I thought, this is going nowhere. Take a look at this crazy city. All this shit's doing nothing, going nowhere. The buildings are fucking just plastic now. And where's your, all these questions have always been there. I knew that this, change was coming. I knew this change was coming. And I knew it was going to be a biggie, guys. And I knew I was fucking integral part of it as well. Love the Flat Earth Nation North here. Good to see you as well, my Flat Earth brother Morgan. Yeah, you are a brother. You get Morgan as a chick as well. Jake, good to see you. Anyone else notice the bad weather? Well, Mike Thunder and Lightning later. It's getting a bit humid. Yeah, there's a downward pressure. So they've had thunderstorms all over Britain. So who even knows? Limby BB? No, I don't do BC. Before disaster, after disaster. PsyOps, yes. Prove it. Were you there? This is the thing, guys. We're only stuck in narrow windows of time, and we're not there. And the evidence is on the ground and not in literature. Okay, it's there in the literature if you dig deep enough. But I mean, just use your eyes. Go and see the Colosseum. Go and see Baalbek. Go and see these places. And you will know that this giant classical civilization was ruined, was destroyed. And something else as well. The ancient history is not ancient. All of the stuff further back is dustified, guys. What was in the Sahara Desert? It's dust. Yeah. Whatever technologies. Well, the allegory shows us electromagnetic technologies, just like it is now, only worse, like fasces, to reset civilization. And comets, I wouldn't fucking trust them either. Carry. Brian Evans. Yep, just stumbled upon him. Can't miss it, really. Starcatcher. Jeffrey. Oh, okay. Axel said that. Daniel, good to see you. A boiler, a closed water circuit, hydroelectric turbine center, rod barreled. So yeah, we were talking about poo. In my last vlog, people were saying, man, in your last vlog was shit. It's like, yeah, I know. It was really crap. Well, that's flat today. But it's got a lot of conversation going, a lot of people thinking. And today, we're going to have a think about big skirts or big dresses in Tartaria. Now, the framed dresses, the crinoline gowns, have been talked about a lot. I think one of the community, maybe Conspiracy Hours or somebody else, talked about them coming up, blowing up in flames. Okay, or combusting, and many people died of these crazy dresses. So what was the point of them when everything is in mud? So they got to lift their dresses up tippy toe through the mud. So they're not really practical, are they? There's something else going on. So we're going to really think about that from a comment that really got me intrigued. But first, dun dun dun, is that on a plane? Good to see you on a. Remember a masked, scared, glasses-wearing woman telling me, it can't get you in your eyes now. Fucking, it's fucking sad, isn't it? They're masks, you know. It's like I seen a girl like, basically out of a train window delivering burgers to a table in a pub with one of those visors on. But the food's down here. It's like, if you've got a cold, your nose is going to be dripping straight in that food. It's like, that makes no sense to me. That's just, none of it makes any sense. But there you go. Anyway, let's get underway. I'm going to show you some fantastic stuff. I'm going to be thinking about Russia, Tartaria, if you like, but Russia. And was it warmer? Well, we're going to look at some of the artworks and some of the evidence, and we'll have a think about it. Now, I think post-reset, I think around the time of Piranesi, so mid-18th century to early 1800s, I think that was definitely a warmer climate. I've seen photographs in the past. Somebody posted years ago, I think it was St. Petersburg, with cordylines in the front of a palace, like little palm trees in Russia. Okay. So, but I remember at the time I was wondering whether it's Odessa, because further south you for sure get palm trees and stuff, but, said that it was further north, St. Petersburg. But yet to be established. Now I'm going to share screen, and I hope you all enjoy this. 490 of you watching, super fantastic. Okay, on a Thursday night sometime, whenever, it doesn't even matter anyway. I'm going to get underway. So enjoy. We'll have a little giggle later. Okay, so let's have a look at this artwork here. So this is called, there's a famous name, Krasyov's, I think it is, this moat, this famous moat that was supposed to be operational around the Kremlin in Moscow in the past. And this painting shows at this stage, the moat is dry of water, and it's got a little forest growing in there. And you can see there's a path going through here into this cave. So it's like, to me, it looks like Armageddon, and nobody's lived there in a long time. The entrance gate here to the Kremlin has got all grass, and like no one's lived there. And it does sort of sing a warmer climate. Now, I'm not, I know Moscow can have, nicer climate and warmer summers, but what I'm finding overwhelmingly is further back you go, you can't find any snow going down except for their official narratives of Borodino, etc. You get the later Russian photos, you get some snow. I'll show you what I mean now. So what I'm saying is overwhelmingly there's no snow. So maybe it was just too cold for the camera. So here's a beautiful bit of Tartaria or Russia back in the day. So they built this fabulously big Greco-Romano building with the dome, the little Antiquitect dome buildings there and there, and all of these beautiful lampposts, railings, and columns, and a little wall. But they can only have mud outside. What the fuck is with that? It just makes no sense whatsoever. And it's all grass and, it's just no. So this is the remainders of the previous civilization. So let's have a little look through. Oh, not these ones right now. Let me show you Russia, which I just deleted, by the way. What you find is overwhelmingly... come on. I have some pictures to show you in a minute. Overwhelmingly, absolutely fantastic architecture beyond belief. And you got to imagine, well, how did they build all of this when the whole place freezes over? Just the most fantastic architecture. What you find, oh, look at that, is now in the modern day, you get a little bit of snow. You know what's going on. They have like the worst winters going. The subways of Moscow are literal cathedrals. No, like literal. They are absolutely fantastic. The undergrounds of Moscow are absolutely fantastic. And these just unbelievable architecture, which I keep talking about because it's so fantastic. The giant crown, definitely a part of this awakening, they're telling us. And look at this one, excuse me. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful, sublime technosmia, Antiquitect. Little tiny bit of snow, but you get further back, I'll show you now. And there's just the mud. And you can look at Tomsk or Omsk or the original Stalingrad, Volgograd. And they all show you the same. They show you a mud-flooded world, giant architecture, mud-flooded smaller buildings, and no infrastructure or anything. And no, I haven't seen any snow overwhelmingly in these pictures. You see what I mean? It's the same old giant architecture. Again, so whether or not they're taking all these pictures in the summer months, I don't know. But with the missing people pictures of St. Petersburg, I noticed that isn't a summer month. I think that is early spring, maybe. Ye old Ladelinich, again. Oh, this is a nice little shot, Moscow. There seems to be a ship there and a little bit of action going down. So look at these windows. Don't know. But, the point is, there's no schnee. There's no schnee in the Rushdie. Is there? So, yeah, you could say, well, that's because they take the photographs in the summer months. But if you check out the 18th century artworks or anything from around 1750, you don't see any snow whatsoever in any Russian pictures. And I will show you shortly. Now, going back to Napoleon Bonaparte traipsing across the vast plains of Russia to get to Moscow. And he gets there and there's no one at home. Because 250,000 of the population have skipped town. They have apparently gone east. That's all the details you get. They don't say where they go, what they do, whatever. They're gone. And you just have to believe that the entire population has skipped and gone east. Is that the case? This looks like a really warm place, doesn't it? And Stalingrad, yeah, it has hot summers full of mosquitoes, etc. Look at this, free energy. Mosquitoes, etc. But further north, up in St. Petersburg. Yodladali, again, up to the Belfry. Look at these fantastic resonators. The detail in them. Oh, I bet that. And another ladderly. Isn't that weird, guys? It's just no people, mud, and ladders everywhere. So, yeah, there's St. Petersburg pictures of the empty city, the mud-flooded city, a bit like this, is also in what looks like an early winter month, but you would still expect St. Petersburg to be in snow. I mean, maybe I should look up some early Murmansk photographs. If it's not snowing in Murmansk that far north, or Archangel, And there's another thing as well I picked up on. You know, these piles of shit everywhere. I've noticed a serious absence of these in some of these movies we've been watching, guys. You know, that San Francisco colour shot we've been looking at with the motor cars and everything. There's a fair few horses on that road. On second looking, I couldn't see any piles of shit anywhere. Well, there's not too much shit. There's a little pile there, a little pile there. But, you know, horses drop them. Plop. So they got some sort of tech on that roof as well. I can't imagine that being an advertising board. So, but yeah, again, no sneak. It's a warm country. People are in lovely warm clothes. Ye old lads are lean again. Up to these. Look at these guys. Can you see these? There's one there and there's one there as well. So you go, wire coming off it there, wire coming off it there. It's like some sort of thing in the middle on a cable, and there's even something down there as well. And they're fitting these out. Isn't that intriguing, guys, for these early pictures? Wonder what it is. It's got to be free energy transference. There's one over there on the roof there as well. You know, I don't think it's a TV area. I'm not supposed to have TV. And one over there as well. Wow, isn't that interesting? And they have telegraph poles, which are crap. Again, lovely warm scenery. So, you know, I always picture up pictures can be really, really wastelandy. Oh, there's another one of those things. Russia, but it's not what you would see. A little bit of slush there, maybe. Maybe a bit of slush. Okay, just give them a bit of snow. Got to be fair, but look at that, guys. Look at that weather. Nice, isn't it? So, yeah, it looked not a bad world. That's got a bit of infrastructure going on and there as well. So if I just scroll down through a few of these, because I got so many, give you some other examples. So telegraph, wires coming off that. Where are they going to go to? So is that the end? And it's one of those things there. And we have got snow here in this picture. There's only a touch, a little smuttering. Look at that, though, as well. That's unusual. Something almost like a lighthouse, that one. Mud. Glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. Ugh. Oh, that's a nice one. So, yeah, I could show you endless amounts of these. I will just go through a few to prove my point that in the old pictures, there's hardly anyone around. And one thing you do not get, check that, these ships here. Seen this one, guys, on the Volga? The shipbuilding. Fantastic, isn't it? Just sail off and just take the palace elsewhere. Fantastic, that is. I got some close-ups. I know what it looks like inside as well. It's got a beautiful staircase inside there. We should present them at some stage. So I got bells. So, yeah, I watched a crazy horror film today, right? And it was about Victorian psychics. And apparently, you know, that they were really, you know, absolutely obsessed with the spiritual world, spiritualism. In the Victorian era. Why were they all trying to communicate with the dead post-reset? And they had this woman had had some sort of visions of, like, I guess it was like a shadow man, but made out of like particles. It was like just a ghost, really, but like a monster, if you like. So she gets this psychic woman to come out and check it out, not to do a seance, I guess, and she barges through the door and she starts smudging the house with a bell. Basically ringing the bell and chasing out like any evil entities, same way you do with sage, up to this place where the spirit was housed, and it was in a closet, in a cupboard, and chased it back to that closet. So I thought that's intriguing that they round up spirits using a bell. So maybe that's something to do with it. The Victorians are really big into the spiritual thing. It's their whole thing, you know, like Mary Lincoln, she was a spiritualist, and no coinky dink as well that Franklin Delano Roosevelt's wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, she was a spiritualist. I think she even ran a spiritualist church, guys. Yeah, you know, these people who go to spiritualist churches, I've known people to go to one. My cousin went to one, and he said he's seen transfigurations. He said that the woman was hosting it turned into a North American Red Indian and started talking as such. It's like, yeah. Talked to a lot of people who were powerful, and they seem to have a North American Native American spirit guides somewhere along the line, for sure. I feel that's true for me as well. I really do. So yeah, no schnee, okay, which is snow in Estonia. Check this one. Just on top of a muddy hill, mud flooded all by there. Really, really nice, that one. So yeah, let me move on. Oh, look, the cliff's fallen away and just stopped here. Look at that one. Wow. Again, with the old ladder lean all the way up to there. Is that right? Up to there? Yeah, it looks like. Okay, they got a ladder going up there because they're working on something up here. Wow. God, these buildings look so familiar, like railway stations or stuff you see at maybe Luna Parks, like Coney Island or Atlantic City. They got, or a casino maybe. Same feel, same look. Is that it being knocked up? Could be. A lot of prisoners making it. The infrastructure's there. So if it was from the footings up, that would be great. So yeah, let's have a little mosey on through, because I don't want to just show you too many of these. I've got some beautiful colour ones I want to actually show you. But the point stands that there seems to be not really much evidence for any snow in early Russia. You get a fuckload of mud after some sort of mud flood event in fantastic buildings stuck out in the middle of nowhere, just mud. Yeah, slop. Yeah. So it wasn't always that case, and I don't think humans or humanity was anything like it was in the past either. The dumbing down and the stupefaction of humans has been total. This is the stupidest reset in history. Yeah, everyone's just, like a cow, right? Stands in a line and he watches the one at the front of the line have a bolt gun stuck in its head. It's like, it's like, oh fuck, I don't like the look of that. Oh, it can't be me next, can it? No, that would be unreal. No, they would never do that to me, would they? Well, I was getting closer. Fuck me. The one in front's getting a bolt gun in the head. Fuck me. They're going to actually do that to me. Shit, why didn't I like it? Shit, why didn't I say anything? Oh, fuck me. Bolt gun in the head. Just like fucking cattle. That's what they've done. And I'm not even exaggerating. That's exactly what they've done. Check this one out. Nice low windows, mud flooded, double Antiquitech on the sides, giving it that owl feature. Oh, look at that one up there. So yeah, I think it's safe to assume, what tree is that? So it is, some of them are ferns, but you do get a lot of deciduous trees as well, which you get for, that's a frozen ship, for season change. But I think this change in the seasons was not so sharp as now. You see these fantastic artworks, like, with this weather in freezing ice, okay, this freezing temperatures and blizzards and everything. Yeah, would it really? I'm not so sure. I think that would wear off. Entropy, especially with snow bashing it. Oh, they're not on the steppe, so they're getting a bit of snow. So I don't doubt the steppe had some mountains and the Caucasus, because that's the way things are. These are Laplanders, by the way. So yeah, they're going to get that. So cities of Russia show mud and absence of snowage. St. Petersburg, a little bit later in the scene. Let me just flick through. Let me see if I can find them. Other St. Petersburg. So the Zabala falls, it cracks, 1700 from a giant tower in an earthquake, right? So I think this is to do with the reset. I think that, the vibration, the resonance, or whatever happened in this place. Same with the Zabel, the Liberty Bell, excuse me. And these are like the souvenirs of a reminder for only the knowing of what really happened here. Imagine the fountain of that bell, and the sound, and the tech. Look at this world of Russia. And then, when I was growing up, with the Cold War and all of that, we thought Russia was real backwater stuff, but how wrong we were. They had the juice, kept it quiet as well. There you are, all warm clothes and a warm environment on all of these pictures. Chinese, nice and suntanned, standing on a pile of mud. Big pile of mud. Look, been mud flood. Long time. See? Ooh, look at him. So yeah, that's a muddy fucking street, all right. Ooh. Freemasonic. Gidge. So yeah, they wear a lot of headscarves. There's something going on with headscarves as well. There's got to be something going on with headscarves. I've been thinking about that as well. So yeah, if you don't toe the line, this is what happens. Okay? It's like what they're going to do now. They're going to say, don't you believe? Believe in what? Believe in the pandemic. So what am I meant to? What pandemic? I haven't really watched. I haven't really been following, to be honest. We haven't been getting on with my life and doing stuff like, what, you mean you don't know about all the jabs? And, oh yeah, I think I had a letter, but like I trained my rabbit to eat like scary looking letters. I think I may mention this. So I didn't really like, read it. So was it important? You really don't know any of this is happening. Well, I've noticed everyone's gone a bit weird and they put them little, basically shitty napkins on their face. But I thought, well, it can't be that important because they're laying around all over the fucking road, aren't they, in the whole world? Yeah. So it can't be that important because if they were like a plague, there would be tape all around these and people picking them up in hazmat suits, wouldn't there? It'd be a big fucking deal if it was a plague. So this is one of my old posts where everyone seems to have bleeding ears and they're blind. So some people suggested some sort of airburst sound. A sound would have certainly done that, not a flash. So people were saying, oh, well, that's the Tunguska event. Well, no, not really. That was 1909, and this is the 1800s, so it was years before. But they didn't really get to the Tunguska event to prove any of it. It's 25 years after the event, apparently. So that's in debate as well, whatever happened there. And before somebody ever mentions in my comments, which they will, your ladderly, oh, what about the Carrington event? Do you think there was some sort of, a pulse, sort of pulse in the past causing all the blackout? Well, if you actually do go and make the effort to research the Carrington event, what you will find is there was a couple of newspaper articles at the time, that was all. Then you have to wait a further 50 years for it to be talked about in any press or media. So they spin it later on. At the time, they had a little blackout here and there. Yeah, some of the telegraph went down. This fucking stuff was running on 6 volts. Anything could have knocked it out. A fucking moose fart could have knocked it out. Yeah. So they do like to do that because that's part of the fear factor, isn't it? That, oh, right, yeah, that could happen. We could have an electromagnetic pulse and it could knock out all of the technology in the world and then we'll all be back in the Stone Age because that's what they've been spinning. Same as their fucking climate change and their fucking global warming. Can't have global warming without a globe. So, yeah, you can see here when the US invaded Russia back in the early 1900s, years ago, men. So, boys, it's really nice and warm, but that's Vladivostok on the Pacific coast. So I don't know if it's famous for being warm. I don't know. Oh, we got some schnee. First one in Moscow. Wonder what this actually says. Oh, it's full on Phoenician. So there you go. There is originally, apparently, so that little army pencil depiction donates to that real shit's going down. So there's Zabel, Cathedral of Archangel inside the Kremlin in an old depiction. And look at them trees there. Lovely, aren't they? So, and yeah, so it's in the Kremlin and oh, this is a nice clear shot. That's why Army stole it. Who are they paying the money to? Are you paying money to the guy who took this photograph in the 1800s? Are you, Almy? No, you can't. It's a fucking scam, isn't it? Yeah, like buying space on the moon. Yeah. Can I buy 2 acres of the moon, please? Because when we actually go live there, I'll be rich and I'll have 2 acres of the moon. Yeah, all right. Fucking hell. I'll sell you 2 acres of the moon. Hey, I'll sell you 2 acres of the moon. You buy fucking 20 acres of Mars from me. Yeah, I'll give you a certificate. Fucking knock one up now. Anyway, so I want to talk about this a little bit in a minute, later on in the vlog, okay? I want to talk about what McCater seen in a little documentary and what he's told John Dee about when he sighted Mount Meru, okay, which is fantastically big, shiny pyramids in the middle of this place, which I think is there, because I had a dream. I told you that there was a fantastically big pyramid, and I think that is true. So anyway, let's jump off these. You get the point. They are beautiful depictions, but you can see all these on my other channels anyway, vlogs. Okay, all these beautiful things. Shiny, shiny, no snowy, snowy. Now, these are the earliest Russian photographs you can get, and they show you of a beautiful world in the Caucasus and in Russia, and it really does scream a beautiful society. I'd love to know how they make this suede. She's in a beautiful color blue. So, and what you find is a lot of them, like these people live in like apparently like log cabins, dashes, or what have you, summer houses. And they're dressed absolutely fantastic and so clean and well presented every time. Yeah. And this has got to be a tech as well, the coin over the pineal gland. Maybe some sort of protection. You know, I think there was something weird and spiritual going on in the past as well. I really do. So that's a nice picture. Oh, excuse me, my computer just went off. So yeah, welcome on the Tartarian channel as well. I am also live on there, and everyone on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Good to see you again. It's velvet. Oh, sorry, Mel. What did I say? Felt. Oh yeah. But isn't there electromagnetic properties in the making of felt? Don't they use mercury in it? I think they do. I think that's what we found out. Ew, it's felt. Isn't that weird? Because you felt it. Ooh, I felt it. It felt. That's what I call it, felt. So that's a groovy little log thing out in the middle of a beautiful, warm-looking country. See, that looks more like Oklahoma than Russia to me. What about that on the roof? What happened to the trees? Dried out, haven't they? Maybe they're a drought. They look drought affected. Just saying. Look at this. This is fantastic, this one, guys. Check this city. And you find this same feature, right, with nearly all the cities of the world post-mud flood is you get this big hill of mud and it stops short and then there's a plain where the city is. You see what I mean? It's like you get this mud and it's almost as if, that they just come in and they just dug the cities out because they didn't need to do the surroundings. You know, I thought to myself a couple of times, I bet there's loads more city under these hills around my, because this is the same for like, I don't know, most of the cities I know of, except for London. Cardiff, God, all the ones in Scotland I've seen, and Belfast had the same thing, just surrounded by hills that look like they just fell short. Look at this one as well, just a cliff, and they just put all these buildings on it. Wow, but it still looks really hot, you know. I guess if it was further south in the Caucasus, you know, down Odessa way, then it's cooking. Yeah, beach in Odessa was like Mediterranean. Check him out. So he looks a bit more Mongol. King Tar. He's got a British medal on. Isn't that it's not Knights of Malta, but it's a British medal. Paid him off. Nice leather shoes. Nice tanned leather shoes. Shiny, shiny. So he's king of the castle, sitting on his throne. It definitely looks a bit Tartarian. Interesting. I read an interesting thing about eyes in that word etymology book, which really grabbed me. I was like, yeah, the eyes are the keys to the soul, but you can see the essence and the shining of beauty of humans through their eyes, you know, and it's just stuff that can't be bullshitted, it can't be feigned. It's just, it is the most magical stuff. Check these out. Nice clothes. A little bit less, I guess, but still, roll out the carpet. Oh, no, I was just saying, she looked like that scrap dealer that came around the day I was talking to. He was all right. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? So you got like 4 or 5-story buildings just teetering on the edge of a big hillside. Why on the hillside? Why not down in the valley? Who even knows? But yet again, God, look, don't it look warm? Oh, so I get it. The guy who took this photograph had hallucinogenics, is it? Yeah, that's one trippy looking waterway. Don't know what's going on with that. So he is going to gondoliac you down the water, if the gondoliac is actually a word. Gondolia dudage. gondola, right? Each. Check this out. So the mud comes down here, like I just explained. It falls short. Okay. So vibrational quality, everything liquefied, and like mud rivers all bubbling up from underground, volcanoes going off, earthquakes, everything falling apart. And the mud just comes down here and covers all of this house on the one side. Boop. And the mud's fell short up here. I bet all of that, this building, goes down there like that. Yeah. Bet my bottom dollar that goes deep. Okay. Now, ooh, these are groovy pictures. I'm really enjoying these. So let's have a little investigation, eh? So, Joseph in his many-coloured Technicolor dream coat. So I think there might be clues in that. It's like, what's the deal with the Technicolor dream coat anyway? Don't know. He's like telling them about God stuff, maybe. I don't know. It seemed interesting. Maybe a really interesting tale. Let's not knock it. Okay. And he's going to change the points. Now he's got a gun. Oh, he looks much more Russian. You've been digging mud from where? Did you dig all of that railway out on your own? Oh, really good. Thank you. I don't know. She lives in a mud... Who cares? He lives in a mud house. But I think she's playing, or it's playing, You Can't See Me. This is Russia. Yeah? It's cooking hot. Yo. I know the Crimea gets hot because in the Crimean War, most of the soldiers, 12,000 died of heat exposure, starvation, and cholera, and dysentery. And most people who died in the Crimean War were in fact victims of illness of a terrible summer and a terrible winter. That's nice, isn't it? Ah, lovely scenery in this lovely warm nation. Out on the steppe. Ah, with a few of nice steppy people. Yeah, not to be mixed up with the group steps, because that would be weird. So here we have one of Kaiser's bureau people and what looks like a propaganda minister of some sort being taken along the railway. Wouldn't that be brilliant if you could just be run along the railway by then, as long as an intercity train didn't come along and squish you, because that would be shit. So look at this. So all of this fucking masonry, yeah. That is masonry, isn't it? It's got a, yeah, it is. That's got, it's got a straight edge. Oh, also over here. Oh, right. Coin. Oh, right. So that was a building. They just must have just blown it up and put the railway through there. Holy shit. Maybe the whole area is just surrounded with them coinets. Ooh. So, looks like something's washed off the mud on the bottom. Little window down there. I'm guessing this is some sort of animal skin, which he's keeping his water in, maybe. Oh, that's all right. Bear Grylls does stupid as shit, doesn't he? And then he goes back to the hotel for a jacuzzi. We know what he's up to. Fucking Bitcoin. So, look at this beautiful hot country. Yeah. There's been a fire here and the roof is gone. See the blackness? They had a bit of a fire there. Oh, it's lovely, the colour in these. Vibrant. And a nice little Antiquitech church, which would not have been for warship. It would have been, in the past, power station. There's a nice one out on the hill. And some really, really nice looking people of the old world. Spotlessly clean, happy looking, not starved. You know, they don't. I watched a fucked up video today. I watched 5 minutes of it. It upset me so bad I had to turn it off. It was called The Zombies of Nairobi. And they had like these guys living on a rubbish tip in Nairobi. And they were a whole new level of drug addicts. They were actually, some of them were sniffing glue. They were living with fucking like the worst life imaginable. It was just a heartbreaking thing to see people living like that, literally off a rubbish tip. But you see that in a lot of these cities. It's just fucked up. So look at Boss Man. Okay, now have you heard the word salad? Salad, not saladin. No. Salad means like salad leaf. What the fucking eat that coat is fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, but you really that could make a tent. You could he's probably built 3 of me with him, 3 Martins. make. Look at him. And he's got all of that British stuff on. Oh, for sisters, check it out. Yeah, can you see that, guys? He has a Masonic triangle with the plasma eye in there. This dude, even though he looks all lovely in his funky shit, yeah, he's a fucking Freemason. Dun, dun, dun. I know. So that's better, nice rural country. You know, some people, like in the modern day, you could get like a girl from the city. It's like, where did the pavement go? What's this stuff under my feet? That's mud. It's moving. Oh, will I die? No, you won't die. Just keep moving. What's that over there? That's a cow and that's a sheep. Oh, will they kill me? No, you'll probably be fine. Well, I've just broken a nail. Oh my God, I think I got a blister. I'm feeling really hot. I think I better have a lay down. Could you take me back to the city, please? I need a McDonald's and a Coca-Cola. I'm too fat to walk. I can only shuffle and chafe. Oh, these are the nomadic people. These live out on the steppe and they watch shit and they got a groovy little life because they just, you know, just where we stopping tonight, pal? This river looks really nice, son. Yes, can we catch some fish later? Yes, son. And the mother sets up a yuck and they're sitting pretty, guys. Yeah, they can just keep going, following the food. They're happy chappies. Some of us, we're nomadic. Some of us just got that gypsy in their soul, yeah? Just got that gypsy in their soul. Don't start singing, man. Don't break out into fucking song. Whatever you do. Let me have a look. Let's investigate it. So, she's got a nice, colourful dress on. I don't know what she's doing with her hands. And you see these all the time in Russia. I'm not sure if they're cigar holders or for shotgun cartridges. I have not yet established. The Cossacks all got them. Is that a roof? Oh, chimney in a mud pile or a pile of chippings, wouldn't you say? Maybe they're all living underground and they just come up for photographs. Like the Ewell, or whatever they're called. Whoa, he says in a Boratian nature. There you are, I've just invented a word, Boratian. King of the castle, lovely one, beat the max. I've been practicing what I'm going to say. If I go to a demonstration, the police pull me. Yeah, man, I got it nailed. Yeah, man. I'm a Muslim. You mean Muslim? No, I'm a Muslim. Ossifer. I make sure not to say it right. That will fuck it right up. So keep saying Ossifer. I'm a Muslim rabbi. Do you mean rabbi? No, rabbi. Because I'm rabbi. A rabbi. So that looks really pretty, doesn't it? Probably won't have to come to that. You never know. Just get ready psychically. Fuckers. They come to try and jab you up. Knock, knock, knock. What? What you want? Got a big needle. Gonna stick it in you and murder you. Oh, do I have to today? Can I just not bother? No, you have to. Who says? The who? Who? The who? Who? The who? No, that can go on a while. Now, I'm not going to ask what happened to these people in this mud-flooded cellar. He's got the Masonic thing going on and the purple. And he looks like a guy out of a war film I once watched, which was brilliant, by the way, about a Muslim regiment. What was the name of that fantastic film? It was Turkish, anyway, so I probably wouldn't remember. Good foreign films. So just don't mind the subtitles. Some of the best films going. I'm telling you, I watch a lot of Norwegian films. They're fab. Watch Norwegian films. Or anything, really. Just got better stories. The Russians do fab films. These look spooky. These look like they might put something under your bed in the night, you know, made of sticks, something. Yeah. You know, they know all, you know, out in the wilderness, like in Spain, like in the film, you know, Pan's Labyrinth and all of that. These rural people, they like inherently know about, like, you know, magic. So, yeah, this one hasn't been used in the 10th of Never. Check this one out, guys. It's got a fucking big bird cage thing hanging off of it. Bird nestage. Sorry, my feed here. I'm back on that guy with a Busby and the Masonic symbol. There you are. I've caught up. Okay, I'm on the Moskage. Right, let's have a look at this beautiful blue tile. This looks like the entrance to the Gate of Babylon. Except that's bullshit because the dinosaurs over on it. And all of the bottom has been wiped off. Water damage then, yeah? Where all this place was underwater and the rest is in mud. Because, you know, it could have been that deep, the water, that a lot of the mud flood is just like volcanic ash and silt and just mud and sluddy from a flood. Makes a lot of sense. So that one hasn't been used in a month of Sundays. See, this is why this culture is so fantastic. Mind you, in Istanbul, me asking for drugs, I nearly got myself fucking killed. But, you know, it's like, this was when the film Midnight, it's like, have you not seen Midnight Express? It's like, fuck yeah, I've seen Midnight Express. Yeah, I know all about that film. Yeah, and all he got caught with is a few pounds back. This is a bong, isn't it? Yeah? It could be an incense burner, but I think this is like, stick his big fat chunk of black ash in there. Shotgun. Fuck, he looks like he's hammered. Yeah, but still, it's boiling hot, isn't it? That's the point of this. No snow. No snow in Rushko. Check this out, guys. Yeah, if you're going to have your hut, yeah, have it up in here. I would. I'd have it in a fucking tree and check the windmill. I want a windmill. I want to be Windy Miller. I want to be Windy Miller. Can I live in a windmill? Go out in the morning and try not to get my head chopped off. Fuck me, I'm stoned this morning. Have a big stretch and then decapitated by my windmill would not be a good move. Right, let's have a look at the child slaves of the past. They're all quite young and they do not look. This reminds me of that scene in Mad Max when Mad Max meets them children when they saved him from Gulag. And they're like, she says, it's the apocalypse. He said, yes, it's the apocalypse. That's right. So let's have a look. They all look well fed, happy little campers. And they're planting. I can't identify that plant. I think it's druggy. Might be. Oh, see, if I lived in that village, I'd be straight down your house. You look like you know shit. Don't be so sad. You need a hug from me. Yeah. What's the matter? Don't look at her for too long, guys. I'm starting to feel it already. We'll just stop on that for a minute. Buddleia is amazing. It'll grow anywhere. It'll grow out your chimney pot. It'll grow out your back door. It'll grow anywhere. If that's what that is, Buddleia. I think it is. Yeah, good chance that's Buddleia, which will grow anywhere. But isn't that beautiful? See, I said we'd have beauty in this vlog, didn't I, guys? 464 of you. Behold the beauty of nature. Yeah, I know. Did I hear a big universal? Oh, see, what I got is a brine splat of that colour now. I can it's like opal fruit, so I can taste the lavender in my brine. I get that. I can taste colours. So this place never got mud flooded at all, did it? Grassed over. Fuck no. Wow. Check this for a mud flood carnage. I was going to have this as my thumbnail because I thought it was really groovy. Oh, wow. No, that's groovy. Can't tell me that's not beautiful on that blazing summer's day in Russia in the past. So, yeah, these photographs, 1900 to 1906. Some of them a little bit before, but really early. And it shows a boiling hot, chilling Russia. This guy, he's selling magic carpets. Oh, I'd love to see a demonstration. Do you think they do test drives? If we ever, if this like jabbity thing, or if basically if I can buy a bent passport pretending that I've had jabs, then I fly off to like some exotic location, like I'd be fancying like Timbuktu or Lhasa or something like that. Tibet. Yeah. Do you think they test drive a flying carpet? They wouldn't test me. They wouldn't trust me with a car. Yeah. Can I test drive your Lamborghini, please? No. You got a license? No, my fuck. Oh, there he is. Could I buy a melon, please? No. That melon is for display purposes only. Really? You got fucking loads of melons. They are all display purposes. Do you actually sell any of them? No. What you got them for then? Somewhere to go over there, I get bored. Makes sense, really. So we get the white elites there. She looks like the Tsarina. I noticed they got like big fuck off walls and bars on their windows. Maybe because they got stuff people might want to nick. Maybe. Right. Are these indicative of a hot country, these plants here. These look like they might be a bit warmer. This is bamboo, isn't it? Yes, this is bamboo. Do you really get bamboo in countries that have literal permafrost a few months a year? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm no expert. Just saying. I think they're beautiful pictures, by the way. Really happy with them. So let's move on. More flat earth Britishness. I'll be back in a minute. Is it big or is it little? This is one of Febbage's brain splats. And a question. Okay, so what we got here is obviously the Eiffel Tower in all its glory and the Great Expositions of Paris. Now, behold the size of the people and their closeness to said tower. Okay, now let's look at the same thing in the modern day. Okay, so we have they're really, really little, and in the 1800s, oh, they're really, really big. Really, really little, really, really big. So I thought, oh, all right then. Well, it's a perspective issue, isn't it? Obviously, they're closer to the camera, the thing's further away. Well, it can't be really, because you can see people under it by here, and I'm sure there's a person or two up on here as well. It's almost as looks like that statue of Eiffel Tower is actually fake, because it looks way too small, doesn't it, in comparison to these people? Look how they're just dots compared to it. And this one, see what I mean? It looks really ditty, doesn't it? Food for thought. Food for thought. Is it big? Is it little? Is it big? Is it little? Are the people little, or were they bigger back then? And this is the normal size. I don't know. Giants. Oh, giantage. So this is from sent in today from somebody I can't remember because Brian's gone. But I've seen the black and white depiction of this. But this is the full one. It's from a lady called Maria. She was a Greek photographer lady. So she got to the place where the original painting was and took a photograph. Here it is. They have a procession. So they have in this procession a dragon. Okay, so the guy's got the crossbow in case there's any like dragon nonsense. But the dragon seems fine by being towed by a lady. And then you got a lot of like Quaker weird looking types. Okay, a little gun salvo, some more flaggage, ensigns. And what we do get is these are a lot bigger than these. So it looks like that this regiment here, or these people here in black, are almost twice the size of these people here. Or they are definitely much, much bigger. Wouldn't you say? Giants, little people. Giants, little people. Okay. Whatever. This, I think there might be a monster on here somewhere. So yeah, they got strange processions. In the 1700s, they could show you giants. They can show you wherever that is. Magician, maybe. Got another image, no, a bit closer up. So, dragons. Isn't there a monster somewhere? Maybe on the next image. Excuse me. Oh. So, it's further in the picture. Oh, we got jesters and some strange, curious thing in the middle here, which is like devil horns. It's got like a screen on it. Looks like a teleprompter, and they're all queuing behind it. I'm just wondering what the hell it could be. All right, it looks like a jester's hat. I get that, but this guy's like looking into it, like a viewer. You see that? Yeah, it just looks exactly like a television or something. I'm thinking. So it's interesting, isn't it? What saith you, guys? What saith you? And he's definitely looking in it anyway. Okay. Moving on. Giantage. Okay. Excuse me. So, I had an email, a comment actually, only yesterday. And a lady said that, I take it the lady's getting on a bit. And she said that her grandmother got told of a lady who was in the 90s, and her grandmother was in the 90s also, saying that, oh no, the big wide gowns were so that you could place a piss pot underneath them. For what? For the Tartarians? Are you sure? These are glittering culture and civilization, I'm thinking. But what she said was, because of the lack of public privies and public toilets, women could not, go behind a bush and pull, like they do in the modern day, if you're forced to. I guess all of you have at one stage or other where you don't have pee. Well, they can't do that, so because they got all of these corsets on, etc., etc. But what they can do is stick a piss pot under there, yeah, and nobody, unless they're like, they can hear a little dripple, 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 dripple. Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. So I don't know. I think it's really uncultured and dignified or whatever. Not dignified. You got piss. But that seems to be the case according to this lady. Now there are mysteries with why this is definitely a technology. The corsets, the jewels, holding a charge, memory, the headgear as well. Some of it is definitely some sort of technology as well. And definitely the corset, I think, is definitely something to do with it as well. And these bun things, they have this like sticky up fucking thing. So I don't know what was in the mind about that. I can't imagine what the mindset was, because it's not like attractive, it's not aesthetically pleasing, it looks really fucking stupid. I don't know. I'm not like I'm an expert on fucking Victorian lady fashion. I'm just saying, there's a mystery behind it. They used to implode. Could it be that they were that's what the point was, what I was trying to make. So they were piss potting, and these were electrified technology of some sort. Could it be that when the women were exploding in these, that they were literally had a bit of a spillage with their piss pot and shorted out and then blew up? Oh shit, I pissed my piss pot. I'm up in flames. Yeah? Well, it makes no sense in a mud-flooded world anyway. They got to lift all of this fucking, must weigh a ton, all of that old cloth as well. Lift it up to tippy-toeing through the mud. Yeah, they probably, if they just that dragging in the mud, by the time they get home, there must be a ton of mud. You never walking home from school and getting on mud all over your trousers or what have you. Yeah, that weighed a ton on your boots. That would be caked in mud. It would weigh a ton. It makes no sense. Something else going on completely. Yeah. So interesting that she said that they were piss pots underneath. What did they do with the piss pots? I don't even know. So. Dun dun dun! Holy Grail resets. Great reset. If you get a book, one or two, I will present them on you and give you all a shout. So this was a lady, Maria, who is a photographer, and she took this photograph, and that is Chepstow Castle in Wales, on the border of Wales by Severn Bridge, and it is a fantastic castle, absolutely fantastic. I'd love to go and visit Chepstow. So that's beautiful. Okay, thank you very, very much for getting the bookage. And that is my favourite. I was going to have that as my community page today, guys, community message to you all, but I basically couldn't even think. Today was so bloody hot. And one of my awesome subscribers, Holy Grail. So literally fantasticness and fantasticness. Breathe in, breathe in. Stick your nose in that. Can you smell that? Sticky wicky. You happy? Let's leave it on that a minute. I'm really just actually roused. So that's two fantastic things. Are you happy about that, guys? Yes, nice big kush. I knew you'd approve. So yeah, these in some places in America land, they can do this, no problem. I know a few growers that do it for the government in America and stuff. Yeah, it's not like fucking retarded Britain. So use another brethren at the time of just coming up to 11, the book came, and he got jolly excited as well. Ooh, I'm so excited. So, and check this awesome lady out. She bought the both, yeah? This is Terry. Look what she put. Matage, bookage, flat firm age. And she got dreadlocks, guys. Yeah. She literally looks like she's one of my gang. One of my friends. What do you think? Oh, holistic media. Oh, thank you. And this, if she's here still in chat, is, believe it or not, check that lovely fingernail out. That is our Teresa, who is hippie chick. Okay, who is in chat right now? Are you still here, Teresa? Are you still here, hippie chickage? There she is, hippie shake 29. Look at her lovely garden. Yeah. Oh, well, we're gonna have to. We are gonna have to pop down for a cup of coffee one day. It's 10B. I know how to get to 10B. It's 1B, 2B, 3B, 4B, all the way to 10B. I know. Huh. Do you know how you get 2 whales in a mini? Yeah, 2 whales in a mini. Yeah, over the Severn Bridge. So now I'm going to improvise because I'm nutty enough today. I'm feeling very, very particularly nutty today. I absolutely love 10B, right? Is Mudflood Capital, Chuck, man. I'm telling you, absolutely beautiful. I went there when I was a kid, and I went there later as well as a teenager, I remember. And I was like, I walked out for about a mile, guys, and the sea was still up to my waist. Beautiful blue, honest to God. It was just like the Mediterranean. It was fucking fantastic. Absolutely love it. And just not far, I went to Pendine Sands where they did the land speed record, and literally just, it's the biggest beach I've ever seen. And when anyone says do like, you need a flat place to do a curve measurement or test, I always think Pendine Sands. I brought it up a dozen times. There's no better place. It's like probably one of the biggest flat places you get in Britain to do some sort of laser experiment or something. Yeah, I got laser, perfect for test stage. Not that I give a fuck anymore anyway, because it doesn't matter. It's Armageddon, you. So, dun. Flesh Gordon is possibly one of the greatest films ever made. Okay, and I mean this from my heart. Okay, so Flash Gordon, he saves the universe, but he hasn't got long to do it because, as you know the score. Anyways, he's hanging around with Dr. Zarkov. Okay, here we go. You ready? Now, obviously, I can't have the volume. So, yeah, you have a dick ship. They're always the best. They use them in space because space is real. Oh, do not buff. And there's a planet because they're real as well. Because it just proves because it's a dick shape. Oh, don't buff. Do you demand that I need bandwidth? There we are. Don't buff. I should have recorded this. It's very disappointing. What I will do is I will refresh it. Don't let things beat you. Fuck that shit. This is too epic not to. Come on, Flash. This is my only jugs in this fucking part of the whole vlogage. I have to see this. So yeah, we got an hour interview coming up shortly. A little insight into man. Let that fuck around for a minute. There you go. Okay, let's do that. We have to have a little screen. That's all right. So, dick chip. Dun. Oh yeah, Jupiter. That's where they actually took the original picture from. That they showed you not too long ago. Okay, Flesh Garden. Yeah. Meets Cosmic Cheerleaders. It's like the best title ever in a movie. Ever. Oh right, use Evil Professor. Oh no, come on, don't fucking buff. Not in the best film ever made. Tesla Tech. It's buffing up. There you are. It's catching up. Whoa, he looks well fucking weird. Ugh. All right then, enough fucking around. People around. I got 500 fucking people odd watching. We'll come back to that a bit later. Let it fuck around. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to have a little interview each. I've got some stuff to show you that I need to show you as well. And what do you think? Hot or cold? I definitely think it was warmer. Okay. Let me know. Let me think. Let me talk to me. I've been just talking for ages. I don't even know what's going on. Yeah? We might not be there anymore. So, Brennan, mentalist, bumble tuna to you, my blessed brother. No, I didn't even mean that. Fuck. That word's going to go, okay? Like that word of them raw fruits that are a funny colour, not yellow. Not yellow. So, Carla, Red Pills, Tommy's shouting. Hi, Tommy, my brother. Hi, Spanish chicken chick. Ooh. Hover skirts lifted like fanny fat. They may have hovered around. I'm not even going to laugh at that. They may have hovered around. Maybe that was the thing, that they were hovering. Yeah, full of air. Hover with me. See me laughing? Filthy rags. Remember the tar pits in the Flintstones? No, they worked in a quarry. Yeah, I get that. Binding rubble and that, I know. And they were Freemasons in the Flintstones. Yeah, I reckon the whole of the Flintstone thing, is predictive programming, isn't it? It's bullshit. Puff and Spot a tea curry. That rhymed. Darby, my mate. Okay, how are you feeling, Darby? You any better, my friend? You having a good week, I hope. And watch the water. Yeah, man. They poisoned everyone with a fucking water at Christmas before last. They just tweaked it so people with weakened immune systems, etc., got fucking ill. People in old age pensioners' homes, all the rest. They'll tweak it a bit further as well. That's what they did. Yeah. Rocker 78. Good to see you, my friend. Brian Tucker. Betty. Matthew Davis. Block up Anya. So sort of Anya. On your plane. On a plane. What have you been up to? Good to see you. Lindsay. Are you harbouring friends? John Lenz. Electric umbrellas as well. Talk about that, obviously. James Stephen Emery. And Teresa. We seen your nails. Oh, we know what your nails look like, Teresa. We know your nails. Duck and cover. Good advice, mate. And no spamming, please, Honor. Oh, that's an old one. Jersey Bob, good to see you. And that's an old comment from Melly. Chich. Okay. Good to see you. Flat life, great life. Yes, you fucking know it. I feel so flat earthy right now. Don Saturn, I always say that. So yeah, we're gonna have a live event now. An interview that I did with, I suppose, I don't know why I did it really, because I was just intrigued, and I go with whatever is gonna, my life experience, and they want to believe they're on a spinning watery ball, etc. in space. Who am I to argue with them? Okay, so I'm just gonna be, telling them my story and everything else in this post, and see how it goes. And we're going to enjoy it together, because I haven't really watched this. It was 2.5 hours, but the video got sent back to me. It was only 1 hour. But the link in the descriptions box for Wakeup UK has a website which I was made a member of last night, and it has like live events every night. But it's it's not our level of truthing, I'm afraid. It's newbie stuff. Very, but there's nothing wrong with that, guys. Guys, because people got to start somewhere with truth. I've known people, talked to people. They thought moon landings were fucking real only 2-3 years ago. There's different levels of truth. Some people have just come into it, so it's all like, you can't really just tell them all of the truth in one go. Their head would just explode. They can't do it. We can't do it. Injure them. To take them, gently. Take them gently off that ball, nicely, gently. Put them on the plane where they, where they are for real. So, anyway, happy birthday to Lindsay again, everybody. I want 600 of you to give big universal hug to my friend, who is Lindsay Ashcroft somewhere there, who's no longer 33. It's a good day. I mean, so guess 34. Who even knows? Anyway, so I'm going to mute my microphone. I'm going to show you this interview with Jeremy Poole. So he's a fellow Welshman, and he's on this show. And I think, you guys know me by now. Just read my face on all of this, because I was watching a bit earlier, and I was quite amused with my attitude towards, no believers. Anyway, James, thank you for everyone wishing one about it. So if you have got birthdays as well, guys, I'm happy to shout you out. You get a big universal 600 loves and hugs. It makes a nice special day for you as well there. Okay. So thank you, Paul Owen. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody. Okay, and I got a couple of links and stuff, stuff that's ongoing I want to talk about a little bit later. You will be intrigued to find out what. I'd stick around if I was you. So this is an hour long. This will take us up to midnight. I'm going to make a fresh coffee. and I will be back at the end. And Matters, thank you for that. Happy Earth Day, says Melage to there, Lindsay. Oh, there you are. Happy Earth Day to Lindsay. So that makes me happy. So let me mute my microphone and I'm going to show you this documentary, and I'll be with you in chat, okay? And we'll go through it together, okay? I can't even remember anything about it, but it was 2.5 hours about a week ago, and I did 3 hours with a guy last night. He's a brilliant guy, Dell, okay? And that'll be on that website, apparently it is. You can watch in the link, but I get the spruced up version, and I'll put it on this channel soon, ASAP. And that was a fantastic conversation. I got to be honest, we buzzed our asses off. Just shivers all the time when we hit upon stuff. It's like, stuff we talk about now, to do with the awakening and this, the process we've all been going through together at the same time. So, what? He's like, he was exactly the same level, coming along at the same pace. I mean, it's like, whoa, like fantastic stuff. Anyway, enjoy an interview last week with a globe believing sort of truth, some of it, most of it's mainstream politics and stuff, channel. So very thank you for inviting me. Wake Up UK. Okay, well, that's good advice in itself. Okay, so I'll mute my microphone. Get it.
Everybody, no soy, please. We're British. It's Jeremy Poole, and I've got Martin Liedtke on tonight, and he has come on to give us a couple of his theories. One being the flat Earth, which I've explained to him I don't agree with at the moment, and I've given him this stage to come and explain to me, because he himself didn't believe it. It's not like he started thinking, oh yeah, I believe this. He started not believing it. So obviously something changed his mind, and that's what he's here for tonight, just to say why. And people have different points of view on everything, and things change every single. Good evening, everybody. No soy, please. We're British. It's Jeremy Poole, and I've got Martin Liedtke on tonight, and he has come on to give us a couple of his theories. One being the flat Earth, which I've explained to him I don't agree with at the moment, and I've given him this stage to come and explain to me, because he himself didn't believe it. It's not like he started thinking, oh yeah, I believe this. He started not believing it. So obviously something changed his mind, and that's what he's here for tonight, just to say why. And people have different points of view on everything, and things change every single day, and beliefs change every day. So open mind. I'm coming here with an open mind. I'm saying before I start, nah, don't buy it. But Martin, welcome.
Good to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for the invite.
He's from Cardiff, so he's another Welsh boy, not quite from real Wales like the valleys, but he's not far.
That's true. That is true. But still, Cymru Bath.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so Martin, you said 2015 you went down the rabbit hole of the disc Earth rather than flat Earth, isn't it? I think.
Well, I was, no, I don't even put it into context like that at all, because I'm more of a spiritual person. No, I was looking into all sorts of conspiracy, they call it, don't they? But that's just their word for it. Hence, conspiracy. The word conspiracy is conspiracy. They're telling you what they're doing. So it's not that. So it's thinking outside the box. Now, I've always not gone with the crowd. I've always think, differently to everyone else. And, with this, what's happened in the last year, they just conned everybody with a common cold. Then people are going to have to ask serious questions. In my mind, this is quite simple. They lie about all. They are never going to tell the masses the truth about anything. Anybody who's out there who's got millions and millions of people looking at them, Their information is given to them by the Tavistock Institute. This whole paradigm is socially engineered to make sure everyone is kept fast asleep, watching television or religion, being quiet, shutting up. We will tell you what to think. We will tell you what to say. Don't think anything else. It's all been discovered. We've got all the answers about everything. Space, this place, the geography, the geology, the history. Here's the answers. It's all in our books, in libraries. Okay, now this is all given to us by very contrived peoples, controllers, to keep everyone fast asleep. Okay, this is social engineering. This can be looked up. You can find out all about Edward Bernays' work and social engineering. This is not a conspiracy.
I got Bernays here. I've actually got Bernays.
Well, you know that this is a fact. They do this.
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
60, but it's not all lies then, because propaganda has to be based on a certain amount of truth.
They will use little truths and they will sugarcoat them, these little truths, but it will be a whole agenda behind it. Now, with me, I thought to myself, now with the flat earth, I got into it around 2015. To me, I had serious questions. Why can't they get up high enough to give us a picture of Earth from space? Why have they only got one photograph that they say? And then that photograph's all skew-if and there's no poles. What is going on? Why can't they give us a photograph? Why are they all CGI composite images? Okay, let's look into satellites. There seems to be things flying around up there that my camera can see. Yeah, when you look online, there's actually no physical pictures of any satellites up there whatsoever in their Google or images. So you go a little bit deeper and then you think to yourself, well, how come there's supposed to be this vacuum outside and we live in some sort of pressure system? Shouldn't there be some barrier between us? This vacuum's surely got a suck in nature. It sucks a tin can in when you suck the air out. Why isn't it sucking all this air away from us? You know, so defying the second, you know, law of thermodynamics. They can't have it every way. Anyway, so that didn't work. And then there is water. To me, water always finds its own level. Okay, I have never experienced a globe in my life, and I can assure you, even though you're a globe believer, you will never experience the globe in your life. You will never, ever, ever see this globe outside of images and pictures on your computer. Okay, and that is a fact. If you can defy me and say that you're going to go up to space and see this thing,
I'm actually not here to defy you. I'm here.
Okay,
well, just that's not what I'm here for. I tell you that now. I'm here to allow you to say your stuff. I'll ask you questions, but I'm not here to. I can say, like, I like to know this, the Tavistock Institute.
Yeah.
Who? I'm going to take you back a bit before we go, Moyne, because who is that?
Okay.
Who is
it? They're a think tank. Okay, these people who are savants or intellectuals in Cambridge or Oxford or any of their places, you know, they're sniffed out early. You get people like with these social engineers that were Monty Python, they were sort of sniffed out early and called the Cambridge Footlights, and they were for sure social engineers. They brought out, you know, meaning of life. And it's fully coded, that film. And then The Life of Brian, you know, calling out religion. And then they do the history call out, you know, basically saying all history's a lie with a holy grail. So they're like sort of telling us truths, which are causing massive conspiracy and massive opposition within religion, because they were playing up at the time. But the same token, they knew exactly what they were doing. Now, it's the same with the biggest bands in contemporary music, like Queen, or Talking Heads, people like these. If you look into their lyrics, they surely tell us everything that's going on in this place. In my mind, it's quite simple. I could cover it all in one sentence, what I think is going on. I think, okay, that we are in a reset system. I think that there is cataclysms. I think the humans come into this place. We're here a short while and then we're all completely wiped out, is what I think. I think that we do not know anything about our realities. If it's not flat, it's something more exotic. Okay, something that is unexplainable. This place could be a simulation, some sort of holodeck, or I know it could be. There's some sort of holographic principles to it. You know, you've got to look into the fields of hypnotism or psychedelia, and you will see there's a lot more going on. Or even in the field of spirituality, if you've looked into shamanism, if you've gone down that path, you know there is more going on in this place, and there's more dimensions. Okay, there is more planes of reality. So this place, whatever it is, okay, in my reality and my reality, and for millions of others to resonate as well, okay? My reality I do not conceive, or I do not feel anywhere in my primal being that we're living on a spinning, watery ball in space, an ever-expanding space speeding up into nowhere. They don't even know. The Big Bang Theory, thought up by what? A Jesuit priest. There's got to be, questions asked then. Have you ever read the Jesuit Oath? These cannot be trusted. And then a Big Bang Theory, something out of nothing, which is basically a Jewish mysticism. They're taking Kabbalah, they're bringing it out into the modern age, revamping it as science, and they do exactly the same with quantum mechanics. The fundamentals of quantum mechanics, the subatomic particles and subatomic realm, this is all Kabbalah. If you read Kabbalah, God was on his own living, he got a bit lonely, he created a manifestation of a Lego world, we're all in it, and there's different planes of existence. We have to learn on this one. When we don't learn and we mess it all up through greed, etc., all of the things that they give us, we have to go through different levels or different planes of consciousness until we get to a state that we don't need to do that anymore, and we're released to true freedom, to spiritual freedom, which is at the state we're in now. Because this pandemic, to me, is Armageddon time. They're not finished with us, no way whatsoever. This is just starting.
Well, I think you'll find almost everybody in the chat room would agree with that.
You got chat room running?
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
I don't know if you're on if we're on YouTube or not. No, I don't.
I've got it up. I would have had a look.
No, but they would. Everybody would agree with that, because most people on here actually feel that this is all a setup, all been planned quite a while ago. And
no shit. Listen, they done that film. Bird. Have you seen it? Birds. Jesus, Songbirds. It came out.
Songbirds.
So they made that film all about the pandemic. Yeah,
that was made in about like 36 minutes, wasn't it? That film,
it was out 2019, but the film's released. No questions of, hang on, how did they even know before anyone even got a sniff of this, even in China? It's come on. It's 50 years ago. This stuff was told to us what they were going to do. This is the big reset. They do it. In my mind, every 200 years, they reset civilization. All of the history books only go back so far. You can't nail anything past 100 years, even that close. Even the Edwardian time during the First World War, is like a far-off memory. It's just like a mystical time. And if you think the history can't be changed, you have a look at the changes, brother, in the last 10 years. The city that I live, Cardiff, is completely unrecognizable from the old Cardiff. It's just like, what? Space City, all right.
Can I tell you something that happened to me? My eldest children live in Cardiff, and I left 20 odd years ago now, and I hadn't been back to Cardiff, and my son had an accident, and I had to go back overnight on a plane. And I landed, and I went to the train station in Cardiff, and I'd been going there every weekend to watch the football. And I got off the train station, and I said, it's okay, because I know where the hospital is. I can walk there from the train station. And I thought, where am I? I didn't have any idea. I was thinking, where do I go? This has changed. I went this way, and I thought, what is, and people don't realize because it's changed so slowly. But over 20 years, I had to ask somebody. I said, listen.
It hasn't changed so slowly, though. Honestly, I go away every so often, and I can be gone away a month or so. I come back, and it's like, what the hell? They've just chucked up another skyscraper in a couple of months.
It was incredible. I was lost. I was lost.
I literally went into a Witherspoons and asked the guy behind the bar. I said, no, don't want to sound like I'm crazy or anything. I said, but did you see him building that outside? And he said, no, I think they were doing it at night. They were doing it at night, really. So did you see him actually building? He said, no, not really. And then I come out and I'm like freaked out about that. I thought he didn't actually see it. He works across the road, and then there's this giant skyscraper just appeared across the road.
It was incredible because when you went to football, you go to Chip Street, Caroline Street, you buy your stuff there. You walk out. You were all the way out to Ninian Park. It was an Ninian Park then, mind. And I knew all the ways because we'd go into town every day. We'd go around the arcades.
Yeah, man. On the Bob Bank.
On the Bob Bank, always on the Bob Bank. Started off on the Grange end.
Yeah, I used to go in there as well, like if the West Ham were in there or something.
Yeah. And then for the Bob Bank at the end, always on the Bob Bank.
Yeah.
I've never been to the new stadium because I left Wales before it was built.
No, not me. I've been in the rugby stadium. I built that. I was working on the roof on that.
I visited it once when I went. Never been to an everything. So anyway, back. Sorry, we digressing. I've been watching your videos. Right? I looked at them at the start. I said, this guy does his videos 3-4 hours long.
Mhm.
And the one video you started saying it's going to be a short video today, and it ended up like hour and a half, 2 hours.
Ah, right, that can be explained. I do it. Look, I do
goes
it.
on and on and
Tens of
on.
thousands still watch it. It doesn't matter. It's
No, I mean, it's just, it was a shock to me that. But now we start now, and I know how you managed to go on.
I don't know. I do it for the community because there's so many of them. You know, it's a really large community, and I've been keeping the vibration up the whole time.
I can tell that.
Am I allowed to swear? Am I allowed to
Swear
swear?
if you want.
Right, we have been practicing the new martial arts of not giving a fuckness, and we've mastered it. We're like grasshopper, okay? So we're letting it all bounce off. We're not letting it get affected because everyone's got the same thing about their families. You know, they're taking my kids off to be jabbed. I can't stand it. What am I to do, Matt? Look, I don't know what to do. It is a real tragedy. You know, all of these people who are being jabbed, you know, they're just literally asking for it later on, okay? They are literally asking for it. It's a horror show, guys. I don't even want to know what they got in them to be people becoming magnetic. It's scary. So,
yeah, my household is non-jab and non-mask, but it's very difficult over here. I live out in Barcelona in Spain, and it's very difficult because the law is you have to wear masks.
Listen, it's the same year. I've listened, right? Since the very beginning, I have traveled all over Britain. I've done conventions all through lockdown. I've never touched a mask. I never will. I've got this sort of look about me that I know they know I'm going to be trouble if they pull me, and they're right as well. So they just like keep away from me. I have gone through all the London stations on the underground. I got a big stack of even a real one off the NHS and WHO exemptions, because I'm exempt. I've got like a health thing, brother. I mean, I can't have nothing over my mouth because I get this choky feeling and I feel like I'm going to go. Okay.
But there is no exemptions over here. There's no exemptions over here. Nobody. That's it.
There is, because I got friends in Spain that don't play along.
I don't wear it. I just don't wear it, right? But there's no. It's crazy.
They just tell them to go and get fucked. It's all. I'm sorry about the language.
I just ignore it.
It's all done by consent. We don't have to affect our healths. If they got no medical experience, they're not a GP. If you don't even need an exemption card, if you feel iffy and you wear glasses, right, guy? I don't know if you drive. Don't wear a mask with glasses on. They're just going to kill everybody.
So you're right there.
And if you've got a phobia or you get like a skin condition, I've seen these young kids in the shops, in the supermarkets with terrible acne on their face by ear from the mask. And that's such a shame. So they're affecting their faces. And, you know, these are going to do this forever. What are they?
Oh, it's just forever. It's forever. I was at the school. I was sitting outside the school waiting for my kids. And you're talking, I'm sitting there without the mask on. And there's at least 100 other parents all with the mask on. Now, I don't care. I don't fall for the social pressure. But I'm just looking at them thinking, how many of you don't believe in this and just wear it just for the social?
Loads, because they wouldn't be just wearing it over their chin like that does something. You can see they're all just wearing it, like just saying that I'm going to wear my collar like a good little dog and shut up, and I'll show you that I'm not going to be a naughty person and not wear the mask. I bet they were right little do as they're told in school, a lot of them. Yeah, I bet they did everything the teacher told them, a lot of them.
But it is tough when the police are around and they're. It's tough. It's tough. It's easy to.
That's what people are frightened of. Then is confrontation, isn't it? They're frightened. They're going to go on.
I can understand. Also, social pressure. I never fallen for that. I've been quite. In fact, I quite like social.
I'm offensive anyway, so people don't bother me. Yeah, it's like, look at him. He looks like he might be trouble. Like I got long hair and everything, so they just don't bother me. So I'm like, obviously not going to wear a mask. I'm the type of person that's not going to wear one. They probably think he's one of those truthers. Are you anti-mask? No, I'm pro-face.
I like my GIMP mask once in a month, but apart from that,
well, you'd be better off wearing that. Listen,
you would, wouldn't you?
2 years ago, if I'd have worn a mask in a bank, I would have had to hit the floor, and I've had a gun squad on me.
Yes. Hit the floor. Well, it was good yesterday when we digress in it. Don't matter. When Macron got slapped, and there was a comment that said it's because he was breaking French law, illegal to cover your face in France. Yeah, what happened to that law where they made it illegal to wear face coverings?
You're just nuts. Listen, right, if it was really a thing, right, they just said that like flu's just disappeared. So if they really cared and then they would have made everyone wear a mask, say 10 years ago for 6 months, and then it would have all disappeared. Flu would have been cured, and it's like, look, we've done it. We've cured.
It's a miracle, Martin. It's a miracle. Thank the Lord, it's a miracle.
Hallelujah.
It's very much a miracle. Yeah, I've talked. Okay, back to I don't get the flat earth thing, because I can see it as a ball. I can, because I look in the sky. I've used me now. I've used telescopes. I've seen the other planets, and they're all circles.
Yeah, right. Well, I do the same, and I have done since before I was a flat earther. I was massive into space. All flat earthers start out NASA fanboys. Okay, yeah. So I was the biggest NASA fanboy I've and I've got loads of photographs. Now, I'm aware that they're circles, and I'm aware that they're doing their little circly thing and their retrogrades, etc. Yeah. I'm aware of all of that. But what is up there to me, now I'm thinking, because we're only these little tiny specks on whatever is this plane, okay, is that they're lights. Some move around, the rest twist, some stay there, like the Polaris. And to me, just because if they are circles, okay, if they are balls,
balls or circles or globes, but
right, okay,
you can't really see the 3D at the distance.
No, you can't. Exactly. So they could be distant. But I'm just saying, if a pool table, for example, has loads of circles on it, does that designate that the table is a circle?
No, but it is.
So we could have. I'm just saying, like, we don't even know what's up there. They just say in space. I think that there's something completely different going on in my mind, and I think the Asian cultures, when you look into them, you know, indigenous oral traditions of the Native Americans, the Aboriginals, all say exactly the same thing. If you go and dig into Egyptology, the Phoenicians, the Hittites, you name whatever culture, Asian culture you want to name right now, and they all have exactly the same idea about what this place is. The only people that think it's a globe are the people, the Jesuits, that came in post-Renaissance. Remember, the globe didn't even turn up.
The Greeks also.
1477.
No, the Greeks also. Yeah.
No, I could show you a Greek model of the Earth now.
No, but there was
Tartarus.
There were some Greeks. There were some Greeks that said a globe, and I think it was Pythagoras. I think it was Pythagoras did it. I'm not sure. There was Pythagoras then sort of looked at the
right. So
shadows.
This is it, right? So every time I ever talk to anybody about flat Earth, and even scientists, I've debated conventions and stuff like this. I've debated a lot of people, and they always come up with the Greek classics or the classics for an answer. So they'll bring up Aristophanes, and they'll bring up the stick experiment, or they will bring up Plato, because academia only has the Greek classics for their information, like nothing else ever happened. Now, I know about the Stoics, but their globe, had a flat plane in the middle. Below it was a place called Tartarus, which they thought.
I know. I've been watching as well.
And above was a solid dome. In the Greek.
So the Greek, this is. One of the questions I like to ask you is, if it's flat, what is underneath? You just answer.
Well, I'll tell you now, right? We don't know. They have only, in the official narrative, been down 12 kilometers in a place in Russia called the Kola Ultra Deep Shaft. Now, they mined, it took them years, it took them like a decade. They stopped.
I remember their terrible problems with the drills because
they stopped after 10 miles, They got, to me, I think, in my head, it's 12 kilometers up, 12 kilometers down. They can't get no further, This is the dimensions up and down. Now, they said that they got down there and there was, in the official YouTubes, etc., that there was demonic happenings. There's a recording out there of ghostly, otherworldly voices, etc., coming from this place. The machinery all seized up. The electromagnetics were too strong down there. So I think that this is close to, this place has two toruses, and I think this is close to where the inertia plane was. They can't go any deeper. Now what is below us is a mystery as much as what's above us, and as much as what we are standing on, as much as what we're doing here, as much as what is consciousness, as much as what is the purpose of life, where do we go when we die, is there life after death, and all them 1,000 millions of questions that we're all asked. you know.
Yeah, but we need answers, not so many questions.
Okay,
I
so
want
we
the
are getting,
answers.
if you did follow Flat Earth British and you did read my couple of books, you would
I haven't
find
read. I haven't read the books, but I mean,
Well,
I've been
I only
watching
got one
the
out
videos
last
with
week,
interest.
my second out
With
last
interest,
week.
Martin. With interest, I've been watching.
Well,
the videos.
that is a good synopsis anyway. It covers everything from, like, I started with the Tavistock, explain the whole, how it all works, explain that the victors rewrite the history. Okay, so the history that's given to us in libraries controlled by Freemasons like Carnegie, who give them all out around 1900 to every city in the world with all of the same controlled literature. Now, academia, they get a little bit deeper, they get a bit better literature and a bit better information. And the higher up the hierarchy of maybe Freemasonry or secret society you're involved with, you will be let out more of the information about what this place truly is. If you get up to the 32nd degree, maybe they pull you in a room one day and tell you the truth about what this place is, guys. That's what they do. You know, the information for the people is scarily dumbed down. Okay, this has to be the stupidest reset in history. How do I know? Just look at the handwriting and the creativity of what this is called the Victorians. Their literature, their architecture, their art is sublime. You can't replicate anything like it now. It's just they've gone completely stupid. Their architecture of today, they can't build anything. I defy them to build anything with these granite masonry blocks of these great megaliths of the old days. They can't do it. Go on, build a pyramid at Giza with the same technology and the same sacred geometric design as them, and see if they can do it, because they wouldn't be able to do it. Rebuild Baalbek. Do you think they can do that? What about tearing the top off a mountain and building a city in the high Andes called Pumapunku? Do you think they can do that in the modern day? No. Why? Because the ancients were far more technically advanced than they are today. They have given us the idea that we've done so well and we've progressed, and look at all these wonderful technological things we have now. Look, you've all got black mirrors in your hand. You've all got scathing mirrors in hand. We've cracked it. We've put spells into the language. Now you're all creating spells on one another, and we're all manifestors of our own reality. You're all manifesting evil spells on one another, but us.
One of the things that you said there was something that I on an email to you I said about is that in the same we're much the same age, so we probably read the same books, and I started looking at the space in the late 70s with Daniken, Eric von Daniken.
Yeah, well, same, right? I've got it here, the same book. First proper, and I've literally said this on blogs. The first proper conspiracy book, so-called conspiracy book I got was Gold to the Gods. The second.
Chariots of the Gods, I had.
Yeah, I had the second one, so it was about 1972 or 3.
Oof, mine was after that because I'm younger.
Yeah, they did all like Father Cresby in there and all of that. It was fantastic.
God, it was a long time ago.
Oh, it was a fantastic book. I was blown away by
Me too.
they showed you the Nazca lines, and I was like, what's going on? Why are they building these petroglyphs? So I'm like probably 9, 10, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And so that blew my mind. But now I know in the modern day, like, that von Daniken's got himself a little Van Daniken Disney World.
But that's now. I think I don't know if at the start, I think he's just moneyed in on it, doesn't he? I think at the start he was.
Look, he looks like he's quite a warm, huggable guy. Okay, he doesn't look like an evil Satanist.
How old is he now?
Children, probably.
He's got to be
90. But yeah, and he sold 1 million books. He's been pushed by the powers that should not be. You don't get to be that famous. You don't get to be that juicy and that influential and say what the hell you want unless you're controlled. I can guarantee you that. If you think it, you're the only person that does, because they're not going to let anybody actually go out there. People who go out splurting truth, okay, like myself, get a whole heap of trouble down on them. Okay. They do. They get a whole heap of trouble down on them. And some people are just oblivious to it. You see the ones that are clearly pushed into the millions of views by YouTube because they push an agenda. To me, the agenda with Von Daniken was obviously the ancient aliens. Now, having said that, right, my friends, having said that, I have had some experience with what they call UFOs in my life. Now, extraterrestrials actually means extra land, doesn't it? Extra terra. So it's extra land. The words doesn't actually mean out there on some far off distant dot somewhere light years away. Okay, it makes much more sense to think that they might be out that way, okay, sort of horizontal that way, on some hidden lands, or they are, as I suspect, interdimensional. Okay, they operate on a realm which is not very far away from this one. Okay, is what I think. So I do think that there is other stuff in here with us, but I think, you know, that we're, you know, like a radio's frequency, you know, we're stuck on radio 2 here and it's a really crummy channel, and now we're stuck in a B horror movie which is really rubbish. None of us want it.
Well, that's not that far-fetched in reality, is it? Because we know now through all these different, there's things going around us that we can't see. We can pick them up with different scientific tools. We can pick them up with our minds sometimes if we tuned in. Right?
Well, listen, I think our biggest tools, right? If you intuition, our God-given intuition is our best. If you when you know you've hit a truth, it's because you shiver, you get chills right through you, and you know you've hit a truth, okay? Because the universe tells you so, okay? But you have to marry that with a bit of intellect as well, because intellect has to come in as well, because you need the, you know, the analytic skills to, you know, pull this apart. So you need both, a marriage of both. If you can find that, then you can dig deep down some rabbit holes and you will find a definite truth. Everyone got a different path, brother. Everyone got a different truth in this realm. For you, your truth, I can see you're still a truther.
I am.
And you're still looking for answers.
I'm always, I don't.
So that's
I
a beautiful
believe
thing.
anything. I can't watch the TV anymore.
Same. I seriously doubt there's a globe. That's all I can say. Okay, there's no experience in my life, and that's all I can say. I'll leave it at that.
My wife won't let me watch the TV upstairs because I always
haven't watched
angry.
telly.
I can't do it.
Years.
I can't do it.
Brother, how can you sit there watching that mundane, childish?
She won't let me because I argue with it.
Well, this is what my friends have got as well. My friend's saying he's going home from work at night. He's a truther, like hardcore truther, and it's got like all the rubbish on, and she's like agreeing with the telly and all that. And it's like, oh, for God's sake, you know, this is just not reality at all.
No, yeah. Well, and
the dream weavers, that's what Hollywood call themselves. We weave dreams. They explain to the actors, who are also social engineers, that we weave a reality for the people out there. You know, like with now in the modern day, you've got like the Avengers and the Marvel and everything. So they, you know, they're spinning all of these superpowers and these changing elements of humanity into a more mechanized humanity. You know,
I do believe that is the plan, part of this plan. I do, but that
100%. And they're sort of, you know, they always like sort of predictively program us ahead of time what's going to happen. So when it arrives, it's like not so much of a, you know, a culture shock.
Have you seen Slaughterbots? Have you seen the short film Slaughterbots?
No.
Have a look at that. It's there was a TEDx film about these drones, and it said all the things these drones could do. And then another film was made by another company that was almost a piss take of that, but they showed these bots that were just taking out people that thought differently.
Wow.
And it was so clear that it could be done.
Yes,
4 or 5 years ago.
100% it could be done. 100%,
but very easily done.
Yeah.
And these bots need nothing more than a hashtag, or as it is now, somebody who's not been vaccinated. Just your data off your medical data, which Britain is desperately to give to the big companies.
I had a link passed to me today to opt out of it.
Yes, I've seen that. But now they put it back a bit because people have pushed back a little on that. There's people are starting to think, well, what do you want to give my medical data away for? Why would you want to give my medical data away to some company? To protect us. Must be to protect me and you. Must be. Can't be any other reason, can there?
Oh, listen, their target marketing has gone way beyond anything I can imagine.
Wait a minute.
only got to think about something.
Now, Odell wants to come in. There's a guy named Odell just come in the waiting room, wants to come in.
Awesome.
He's a good guy, Odell, and I think he wants to speak to you rather than me.
Cool.
He's no problem, as long as you're okay.
I'm fine with her.
Okay. I'll invite him in then. I wouldn't let him in if you said no. If you just wanted me and you, that's fine. He's coming in. He should be in any second now. He might disagree with you on things. He might agree. I think he's going to agree with you.
I've used it all. Don't even worry.
Odell. Wait a minute. You be here now.
Odell. Oh, yeah.
Odell. He's coming now. He likes the he did Tartarian stuff. Tartarian or Tartarian?
Tartarian, whatever way you want, brother. He's here.
Odell, turn your sound on, Matt. He's here. He's there. You can see him on. Hold on, let's see. Dale, you haven't got your sound on. Anyway, we carry on.
Come on, Dale.
He'll jump in when he's. So yes, oh, here he comes. Dale. Well, he's turned his. Welcome to the land of the living. No.
Going mic plug thing.
He's got something wrong with his mic, or
you'll get it sorted.
He'll blast out in a second. So anyway, as we were saying, the universe. You mentioned the universe, so you don't believe the same universe that I do.
Well, all right. It's just a word, really. I should change that word, really. Just consciousness. The whole. This thing that we are in sharing. That.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that as the universe.
Yeah, so
there's a lot more. I'm for this.
Well, yeah, but you got to be careful
like that. I'm for it all, all together.
Yeah, you got to be careful. What I do is I'm careful of the word universe because of the if you pull it apart etymologically, it says uni as in one and one verse. So one verse, like we're all singing from the same song sheet.
Well, I hope we're not, but I think we are. I think most of us are.
But that's the word.
I think you might be right, actually. I think you might be right there.
With universities, I think that's definitely the case.
Yeah. Well, I went to one. I did go to university. I went to Swansea, actually.
Never.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I enjoyed it, actually.
Yeah, I shot off to the Merchant Navy. I did soon as.
Oh, there's people on you from the Navy. Cool. So where did you go? Sorry. So you went to the Navy and you went on the sea and you didn't go around the world.
No, I did. I went round it that way.
But at the time you went round it this way, see? Because changed.
That's what
your reality changed since. So
the whole point of me coming to Flat Earth was questions I had when I was at sea.
Yeah.
Because a few times that we'd been like maybe a day or so out from an island, and it'd be like maybe looking like a volcanic island, and I would go up to the bridge and I would say to the skipper, well, what's going on? We're like a day out. Why is that? If we haven't made that distance, how is that even still visible? We must have made a lot of distance by now. And he would look at the engineer, Roy, and they would like roll their eyes. They would give me a defining answer. And now they used to use plane trigonometry over spherical trigonometry, by the way, on the ship that I was in. And on my
sorry, that's above my head. I don't know anything about that.
Okay, spherical as in spherical,
yeah.
And plane as in it's a plane, as is in a flat plane on a map.
Okay.
Now that's how sea charts come in. They come in as flat plane trigonometry maps, not spherical. Okay. Well, so when I was so that happened maybe 4 times over 10 years that I'd ask somebody, what the hell is that doing there? Because it's supposed to be, X amount of distance, and this being like sometimes tropical climates, depends on the atmospheric distance, the particulates, lensing, looming. There's 1,000 different things that could be going on, but the fact still remains, these distances, they should have been thousands of feet of obstruction of ball, in the way, these things that I was seeing. So when the flat earth came to my attention, I was like, because at first I was like, I don't know. And what evidence have I got for it? I was years at sea and I had all them questions. And I don't believe them images of Earth from space because they never had the lights on Earth years ago when I was looking at maps. So it was like, did all the world light up just recently? No, it was lit up before. So I'm not believing that. So there's something definitely going on. So that's where I started in 2015 on them thoughts. And, also, I was aware then, as I am now, that we do not understand how consciousness works or is perceived. So everyone has got the answer, in my mind, I think we're in some sort of dream world in an illusionary sense. Okay. I think that we exist on a higher plane somewhere else. No, I think you can think in terms of simulation in like a computer idea, if you like, there's an operator.
You're not the first or the last to say that. There's many.
Well, I do feel that this would work, on a lot of things, like a lot of people have talked about flat earth and then they've gone straight to the subjective objective idea. It's relative to each person, but it is in a sense that we do not understand how consciousness is perceived, then therefore our vision also, we're these tiny specks, as I said, and and our perception or the way we perceive the world around us and this definite eye line of perception that disappears as we reach towards the horizon.
Yeah.
Then once you get that into your heart, into your head of how we actually see, and our eyes are curved anyway, then you start to think to yourself, I know nothing about what this place is. Because we can't really prove anything. All I get, right, I've been doing this truth for like nearly 7 years, and I was into it a good decade, 15 years, all my life really, since before then. And all I ever get is people repeating other people's information back at me, like an original thought never existed. They always think that they're clever by giving us a scientist's book, scientist's rhetoric about something or other, even if it's in the so-called Bronze Age with the Greeks, that they will throw that up.
Well, that's what I come up with. But
Right,
there's many other things for the round Earth that you can come up with. But I specifically.
There's anomalies with everyone.
I haven't asked you on here to try and debunk it or anything. That's not.
No, I don't care anyway. You can.
I didn't.
It's questions.
And I said that to you. I don't. When people come on here, I do not go for any kind of attack or anything. I want to listen to what you got to say and understand it and see why you say it. And that's why you're here.
Thank you.
And I wouldn't. There's not a guest been on here that I've done anything else with, whether I disagree or not. I'll say I don't agree with that, but. This is. I have people on here to give their points of view.
That's awesome.
And that's this show. If I go on one on a Saturday night, it's arguing.
I've been on some shows, some interviews in the past years ago as well, like American comedian talk shows in, say, Boston and stuff.
Are they just taking the piss now?
Well, yeah, but they all sounded like utter retards, and they, I literally called them out and saying, like, you're all really, really stupid though, aren't you? And it's like, except for that fella over there, he's got some modicum of intelligence. You lot are even, I can't even talk to you all. But
well, the idea for me is that as well, in a year or two's time, I'll give you a ring again and say, Martin, something's happened. You come back on and have a talk about that. And that's the way I work. I don't want to try and do anything.
I'm not trying to tell you, that, it's one thing or another. I'm just telling you of what my experience. I'm on a journey myself, and everyone's journey is their own journey. I'm finding this out. I thought I got like tens of thousands of people on this ride with me. And we've all got
a good channel going.
Yeah, we got a lot of people. And, I got a lot going on.
Martin, how do you do it? Because every time, I got quite well on YouTube, and then they chuck me off instantly. Started again, they chuck me off.
Same. I got 1 year ago when I wrote my first book. My book got hacked. My channel at the time had 28,500 subscribers. Got hacked, taken over by North Koreans or South Koreans. I mean, they stuck 8,000 childish cartoons on. Took ownership of it, ripped me off of my AdSense. I had it back literally a year later with 10,000 subs less. They rob you. They stole my channel. I had to start over. My Martin Leaker channel now with coming up to 36,000. I started 18 months ago. I went from nearly 30,000 subs to 0 and started over like again. Snakes and ladders.
No, well, I do the opposite of what you said. I'm almost ignoring YouTube now, and I'm on BitChute and saying I'm just going to stick here because they keep knocking me off.
I know. What I've done is I don't want to go off YouTube because that's where the coverage is and the views.
It is where the coverage is, and I'm still there. But again,
I got loads of channels. And I got loads.
I've seen that.
And I got them all on different accounts, and I'm everywhere. I mean, I got big Instagram, on my Facebook. I got a big thing going on, and all my channels. Like if one's taken out, there's another one there, and there's another one there. It would be a shame, but like I said, it's
going to happen, Martin. You know it's going to happen again. You know they're going to take you out again.
Every single day, what I say, every single vlog is just enough, but they just let it ride. That book. Yeah, I call every single thing out, even the pandemic.
Yeah,
it's you can get it on Amazon. They're letting it right, guys.
Well, at the moment, a year ago, if you said pandemic, you'd be off. Now they're letting it right again. And Odell, if you listen, just open the mic anytime you want and come in because he's come back, Odell again. Adele, you got Odell, but Dell.
He's dead, isn't it?
Yeah, he's. I don't know what's happened. He's tried again. And I don't know whether I've got to do something.
You can unmute him.
No, I can ask him to unmute. He says that's all. But he got to unmute himself. And I got no idea. It's just when you come in, there's a thing on there that says enter with. But he's been on plenty of channels before, Dal, so he should know what to do. Or he got a message. I just had a message somewhere, so they said, "Well,
I heard that."
yeah, I don't know where, but I'm not really...
Can you hear me this time?
Ah, Dale, yes, hello.
Finally, I finally got through. I don't know what was going on there.
Yeah, man.
Hi guys, how you both doing? I just wanted
Good,
I know
yes.
I don't get to go into Jeremy's show, but
Dale,
Jason mentioned it earlier on.
Yes.
He said it's Jason mentioned it earlier on. He says he's got a guy called Martin Lidker. Now, this guy knows his shit. I'm going to tell you, this guy.
This guy actually knows me. See,
he actually does know his stuff.
Nice stuff.
Yeah, he does. He's done some really good stuff. I've been covering at the moment. Obviously, I don't know if it's Jeremy's show, but
Dale, I've asked Martin on to just go through what he wants to, because I listened to some of his stuff and I found it quite interesting. So if you can shed light on it, I know you've been looking at the Tartaria
free energy. That's correct. Yes. Yeah. So the ancient civilizations. Obviously, Martin does cover that. I've got a friend who wants to come in and ask him some questions. If you don't mind, Jeremy, if that's okay with you,
Martin.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah,
okay.
I'm happy. Yeah,
please.
Yeah, I'll send him the link in a minute. But yeah, so basically, I'm covering it we've been covering it from a similar point of view to where Martin comes from. We're covering it from the point of I looked back into some of my bloodlines in terms of my ancestors, and they've turned out to be like the more Tomawanka and Washita Moors that are in the United States.
Really?
So the Tomawanka, yeah. So basically, from my point of view, we're looking at a civilization that has been basically was living harmoniously until, from what I've looked into, the 1700s, and apparently from that point onwards, we've had other beings coming in and we've had interference. So it was on a more harmonic, positive timeline, and then we've been interfered with. And this is what you're showing. And the buildings, if you look, and it is a continuous society, because if you look at what the Tomawankan buildings, if you look at all they used to use like copper wires in the buildings, and they used to be like energy centers, and they used to draw the atmospheric energy in. And if you look at these same buildings, you can find them in Tartaria, you can find them in Hikupta, which today they call Egypt, you can find them in Manchuria, where today they call China, you can find them in Japan, where you call Japan. All the countries have got these original energy centers. So that means this civilization was not only vast, but it was and again, because you do the flight, you can't say across the globe, but there's across this plane. Because you're here, and normally I say across the globe, but because you're here, I'm going to say across the plane. I just see it from height, width, depth. But yeah, completely where you're coming from is where we come from. And the buildings are exactly, no matter where they are.
Slow down a minute, Dale. I want to take a look at these. So yeah, carry on. Yeah, I'm just looking at the same time. I don't want you to jump too quick before we have a chance to look at these things.
Yeah, and it's showing, and basically this is what we knew. We know that basically the society was harmonious, and even like all these to build, like if you look at the Mississippi River, that formation, people say it's a natural formation. No, it wasn't. The old Washita, and used to put the star forts next to this is why all the cities are built on certain next to waterways where two rivers meet, because they were built there as ports. And this is where you find the star forts, which obviously Martin will be very familiar with.
Oh yeah, especially along the Missouri. I've looked into New Madrid. Unbelievable event.
Yeah, so all the canals and were drudged by these ancient societies, and used to they used to use the trains, and all the was run on all natural. It was run on all the ley lines, so everything was in tune and harmonious with itself.
Can I hold you a minute there, Dale? I remember reading something at least 10 years ago. A guy was looking into these ancient canals that they discovered when Google Earth started looking, and he was looking at all these ancient canals, and he couldn't explain them. And then I heard nothing about it after that. Whatever happened to that? Because he was looking at all the canals, and when you start looking at the maps, you can see them on there. All these old canals around the delta and that, but they're nothing. What have I missed something about it?
No, it's just the grid and the layout for a nation civilization that's no longer here. Yeah, you can look into grid systems for the whole. If America is one of the best, Asia because it's got less farming. Is you just can't miss them. It's basically what look like petroglyphs, but they're just basically city blocks. And I mean going for thousands of miles. And then canals, there's one that rips across, literally rips across the top of Russia from St. Petersburg, goes for 2,000 miles. And some of these ancient canals are unfathomable technology that we could never do today. And they're all there. You can see them on Google Earth, these lines. I collect grid line pictures. I got a whole file of them. I'll show you. Shows you this grid system.
Please.
Yeah, of grids. I'll just show you now.
That's Martin, this is you sharing, not, I thought this was Del sharing.
No, man, this is me.
Okay.
Grids. Okay.
Martin's currently sharing at the moment. He's sharing at the moment, but I don't want to go too quick. But he's showing basically what we know. He's kind of on point with where I'm coming from. He's very knowledgeable. I have to say, he's done some great work on stuff like this.
Yeah.
So where is that now?
So that's out in Arizona in the desert. But what you get,
I've seen those, yes,
is you find like these blocks, and it's like, whoa, there's no city there. It's just out in the desert. But what we think in this field is this civilization. We think that there was literally like just trillions that went before us. We think that they've all been wiped out in a reset. We think that the people who went in the past, specifically from the 18th century, are not our ancestors. They are nothing to do with this. And the people that arrived they basically arrived somewhere in the early 1800s, what they call the arrivals, where they come from. It's anybody's question. Test tubes, who even knows? Somewhere else. They bring in populations to what is essentially a farm. But you can see all of these geometric patterns and all of this grid work is ancient America. And look at this. This is ancient America, and the indigenous Indians that I've got endless amounts of evidence of this, guys, from ancient documents where the explorers went in and they're like, who built this city? And they're like, oh, it was you when we got here. It's like, that's all giant masonry, proving America is not the old world. Christopher Columbus is one of their insiders. If he
lies.
It lies. And America's the old world. In my field, we think that all of the events that happen in the Bible, happened in America, like Noah's flood. We also think that a lot of the original Egypt, we think, like Memphis.
It's over here. That's correct. That's how we see it, because the original Tomawankons, the societies, that's why I called Egypt Hiccupta.
Yes,
I didn't call it by its original Hiccupta because they were both sets of those societies both knew each other, and they was both concurrent at the same time. So the Memphis is over there is actually over here because of concurrent. The original Maghreb, which is why I'm using the proper terminology, was where you are right now, and that's correct. And this is what the Jesuits, the Menes Hekabal cult, have been hiding
deliberately, that's the Russian
on purpose.
That's the Russian one. Where's that one, Martin? That's.
This would have been what they called Tartaria at one stage, this peninsula here.
Where is it?
Well, this would be the Tartarian Sea, which is now the Arctic Ocean. This is...
that's the north of Russia.
The tundra.
So, Manchuria,
So if you can imagine, like, all of these grids are literally thousands, going for like literally some of them thousands of miles, guys, in straight lines. How are they achieving this? Just a question. So, there was a nation culture. It's easy to find out, because I've got a collection of books, like literally focus on vanished civilizations, because all of the previous civilizations who went before us, the Romans, the classical worlds, the Egyptians, the Hittites, you name them, every one of them vanished off the face of the earth. The Hebrews, who were the Hebrews? They vanished. We don't know. They vanished because they were reset. The reason, they were speaking in the past at some stage Latin. The only people who speak it now are the Vatican. Okay.
Yeah, and the Moorish Latin, it's originally Moorish Latin, which is correct. It's original Latin, yep.
So they bring in.
Go on,
sorry. Well, in around the same time as the Jesuits, right? The Renaissance period, after that full reset, which we call the second of Noah's floods. Then what you find is, the second of Noah's floods, you get up to the post-Renaissance period, so anything after, say, 1500. So then all of this heliocentrism comes in, controlled education is when all of these Oxfords and everything else turned up. So they had it all covered. This place, what we think is they've stolen a civilization. Before was this place. It was Tartaria. All of these little belfries and minarets were free energy. They were resonators. They would draw in the untold potential, electrostatic potential that Tesla told us about from the ether, another thing that they've just started to bring back in, clink-a-dink, to these. Now, if you notice here, guys, there's no wires going between these U frames here.
Correct.
Because they're not telegraph poles, okay? These are to do with...
So what photo is that? I've not seen that photo. Where is that?
Well, this is in Russia, but I could show you like 100. I could show you hundreds and hundreds exactly like this.
This is Russian one.
You look at all the societies, even like I say, that's in Russia, but most of the cities, the way they're laid out, as Martin's correctly pointing out, they all function the same way. This society, that's why I said this society was vast across the board, because they all knew about the same principles. Correct, Martin?
Yeah, that's right. They perverted the technology of Tartaria and brought in, you know, these dark energies to mess with the subtle energies that pass through the ether, you see. So let's have a look at Technasmia, or hang on, Towers of Tartary. So it's about free energy, my field. My two books are mainly concerning it. The entire Tartary was great megalithic structures, very ornate, beautiful, nothing like they do today, because it's rubbish today. And what you find is these mud flood buildings, what we call mud flood buildings. I'll show you some evidence for them in a minute. So we think that after what they call Noah's flood, in the post-Renaissance period, was a calendar switch off. Now, we can actually find this out in the official narrative, guys, okay? They call it the Gregorian Julian calendar change.
Thank you, exactly. They changed all the dates and everything. I've been looking at this as well. Keep going.
3 further dates from the Common Era change, and then they brought in a further change, and then there was the Greenwich Mean Time change.
That's right.
The change stations there. So they've done all of these calendar changes. So they switched it back on, basically. And this place was Mad Max world, apocalyptic. They had time to steal a civilization. These devices, which were gathering free energy, you see these little booths, these little well, I don't know, like sort of resistors, if you like, but they stored energy in these what we call bunko booths. They come along later. They, instead of having to move 1 trillion tons of mud, they just move whatever from in front of the building and then build retainers. And what you find with all of these classical world buildings, you always get, and you'll notice this in every single city. Once I've told you, you'll see it. It's like if I tell you, look, see an elephant in your mind, okay? No, never see that again. You know, you're just not going to be able to. And it's the same with mud flood, okay? Once you see them, you're going to see them everywhere to flip your mind. You'll be thinking, how come there's 2 stories down below street level? What was it? People walking around down there on street level? Yeah, and only as little as 200 years ago in some cases, guys. And these windows at the tops of other windows, and you can definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, find that they're sub-basements, and they go as well below them, okay? Not only that, all, and I'm not joking, look into this for yourselves. All of these buildings that they attribute to the Victorian era in our British cities, Australian cities, American cities, go and find photographs of them being built.
You can't find them.
No.
You can't.
All it is some blueprints, but blueprints can be I can knock up a blueprint, and I can as well. Okay, so that's not believable. A photograph, well, they can be hampered, so that wouldn't be believable even if we had the evidence. You know, so another thing we find spooky as well, guys, is there's a period that I'm talking about when we get reset around the mid-Victorian era where there is no one around. I mean, there's an era, okay, when the streets of this world are empty. All of the main streets have just got a sparse population for the types of buildings. This is a typical Tartarian building, this. So if you're confused, there's 2 distinctive types. There are others, Baroque, etc., Gothic, but there are 2 distinctive types of architecture in the world, okay? The Tartarian style, which is this, okay, looks slightly Germanic. It's got these beautiful, a little bit Moorish as well, little arches, very ornate, all in red brick. And you've got the classical world, which looks like the Romans, so it's all columns.
Yeah, T King wants to come in.
Yeah, man.
Is that your guest?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah. That's who wants to speak to Martin. Thank you.
And they had this technology that got dismantled called Technasmia or Antiquitech, which was free energy, and also these windows, which were called portals, if you like, which would let out subtle energies, maybe of I know it sounds crazy, organs, because the vibration of organs, if you get them in the right order,
it's like healing centers. Yes.
good for your organs. That's why they call them organs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like
They were like healing,
like
tuning
4
harmony,
feet.
wasn't it?
Yeah, brother. So these churches, right? They were not places of worship until the Jesuits turned up, and before then they were machines. They were devices, possibly healing centers. You go in there and re-energize and revitalize yourself. You know, even if people were getting ill, which I very, very much doubt. Yeah, there's a bit of the old world America look. Yeah, it's crazy. Isn't it? Yeah. So there's no denying that the Phoenicians were there in the past in America, because we've already found loads of documentation to say. And then they bring in the language which you speak now, phonetics. Okay, so we're all casting spells, saying spells. God knows. Lord knows what we're saying to one another. So in my field, we try to dismantle etymologically the language to what the true meaning of the words are. As long as you change the intent of the word, it sort of takes the spell away. So yeah, this is the sunken world, and this is St. Petersburg, a city which is renowned for being built on bones, according to the narrative, built by Peter the Great, although he lives in a log cabin, and it's built by giants, because there's columns up here that weigh 120 tons apiece, and they're saying a city that is frozen in ice half the year or more, they managed to build these massive megaliths, which you can see. This one here, this Greco-Romano temple, is half of it's disappeared. Now, they can build these megaliths, but they can't give you a road, a pavement, any life whatsoever, any dogs, any birds. Another factor we get in these old photographs is they're all hampered. They put vanilla skies in all of them. No clouds, no birds, nothing. So they're obscuring whatever's in the clouds, in the sky. Now, what we think is there was the Tartaria mode of transport, which was the air balloon and dirigible, okay, which I will show you now. The air balloon. So we think Tartarian air balloons, and if you imagine steampunk, okay, you will see Tartarian hot air balloons, okay. So if you imagine after a reset, okay, everything's covered in mud, people are coming up from the bunkers, getting the world set back up again, and this is what you would have seen in the sky is Tartarian. This is a taxi rank, okay. So we think that the towers that you see in the Civic Centre, which have got no bells, which are called bell-frees, because they're bell-free, okay, we think that they were landing platforms. We have evidence that this exists because the Graf Zeppelin used to fly across the Atlantic and couple up to the top of the Empire State Building, and everyone used to climb off. So they used to do it in the real world. So it's not giant imagination to think that they were actually doing it 100 years before. So these great steam-powered affairs, that's if you was on about the Greeks, this is basically well, it's I think it's Blake's painting from Paradise Lost, Milton, and it gives you this pyramid underneath us, which is Hades. But this is what we think in my field as well. I actually think that there's an upside down pyramid, okay, underneath what we think is the North Pole, or the I'll show you now. Not Meru. So we go into expositions. These are incredibly big, massive.
I've been doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, I was really into that, really enjoying it, and he cut it off, and that's all they give me. But I was a 3-hour show with Del. Last night I did more of the same, actually, but better conversation. We was on about the awakening. So yeah, they was really interested in that. It wasn't a chore at all for me. And like I said, I enjoy it that they are just fresh to this information. I like, it's good practice anyway, talking about it instead of like practicing to the converted already. You know, talking to everyone who already knows this stuff. I mean, it was a real joy to try and explain it to these people, especially when they're like, yeah. And Dallin is broski, who turned up a little bit later. The other guy knew all about me. He's the one that told Del. He's contacted him, said, "They got Matt Leaker on. Good fucking get on there." Talked to him about Tartaria. So that was epic. So I got a couple more things to show you now, guys. There's the bookage, as I've explained. Now, I've got an advert here that I want to show you for, it's a healthcare place, and this is a solid for a friend. Now, the video that comes with it is looking at a market for what they call a global market, because like 80% maybe of the world's population, maybe, probably not. I think it might be a thing. So in the advert, it shows like a globe sort of thinking. But the premise of it is the chakra system and the natural healing stuff. So that bit I'm quite happy with. So I'm happy to share it. So I'll do that right now for you. But first, a bit of interesting stuff. I'm going to be with my microphone. I'm going to think about, now I just mentioned, not Meru at the end of that, and I mentioned about North Pole. I think it was Ad, but somebody shared this video today, and as soon as I watched it, I thought, this is fucking fab. So I'll share the video below. I've got no idea of the content provider. They've got hardly any content, actually, except for a couple of these maps up. And this is a guy in a museum talking about Mercator's projection of the Hyperborean. We all know this map, so he's got the actual map, and he's talking about it. So I've got, if you want to find out more about this, if you go back on this channel, you will find I've got a video on the Lazarian map collection, which is one of the best map collections on earth. It's about a 2-hour maybe documentary of a guy explaining the maps. So many clues to flat Earth in that documentary. It's further back on this channel, a few years back. So let me just mute this. I'm going to show you this video now. Don't get a copyright, I shouldn't imagine so. Mappage, Mercator's mappage. Check this out, what he says about it all. Really interesting stuff. So
Hello, my name is Peter and I work at the Map House. You can find us either at themaphouse.com or better still, come and visit us here in our galleries in Knightsbridge, London. Today, I'd like to show you this wonderful map of the North Pole by Gerhard Mercator, published in Amsterdam, 1613. Mercator was a very important geographer who gave us Mercator's projection, which is what you and I see when we look at maps today. Bearing in mind that this is the North Pole in the 16th century, this map is a truly remarkable cartographical achievement. But now, its most fascinating feature is the mixture of legend, myth, and fable that make up its composition.
As you can see, Mercator mapped the area as 4 separate islands that drew waters from all the great oceans into a central whirlpool. At the centre of this whirlpool is the Rupes Nigra, the huge magnetic rock believed to be at the centre of the North Pole. Mercator once described this monolith in a letter to his friend, the English occultist and royal advisor John Dee, with the words, "black and glistening, as high as the clouds." In the top left-hand corner, there is also a reference to the island of Friesland, a mythical island that appeared on maps from the 1560s to the 1660s. It is thought by some the name originally referred to Iceland or Friesland, but was then drawn as a separate island, and therefore the myth was continued for 100 years until explorers eventually discovered the truth. Another fascinating part of this map is the island described as being inhabited solely by female pygmies. One explanation for this description is early sightings of Lapland Eskimos. The females were often left on their own for hours while the men hunted. Therefore, these early sightings may have got spun into an urban legend. That such a great and revered cartographer as Mercator could reproduce so many myths and wild speculations on one map makes it a wonderful piece and gives a great insight into the pre-mapped world. And of course, one cannot ignore the wonderfully ornate engraving and beautiful contemporary colouring that make this such a fine example of early 17th century mapmaking.
We hope you enjoyed this short film, and please remember that this is just one of over 10,000 maps we have here in our Knightsbridge gallery. They cover all parts of the world and all periods of history.
Good day, friends. This is Dr. Michelle, CMO of Boo Boo Cares, and this is the Human Operating System. Ever get the feeling you have a great power within you, but that it's just out of reach? The Human Operating System uses the laws of the universe to identify a pathway to your optimal wellness and health. With our system science-based approach, we can show you how to tap into your true power. Sign up today by clicking the link below for our Claim You class. Using real-world examples, we will demonstrate our easy-to-use system. Learn how to use the laws of the universe to connect with the boundless abundance and healing within you. Claim you and the life you love at Boo Boo Cares. Ready to claim you? I thought so. Click the link below and sign up for Claim You now. See you soon.
So yeah, they got a huge company, and there's magic mushrooms involved. I actually know Dr. Michelle and the people who do that website, and it is not alternative. It's based on the chakra system and sort of alternative types of medicines, but not in the pharmaceutical sense. Okay, they're to do with pro cannabis. I think they've helped with some sort of legislations, etc., in American states to do with legalization of cannabis. So it's a good thing, except the space stuff. But the preface of empowerment and us being the manifestors of this place, this universe, which I call it as well. I totally agree with. So, guys, let me shout a few Kappa those shares. Do you know what? If I put Kappa in the bar, a smiley face comes up every single time. I don't even know. Does Kappa mean smiley fucking face? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. George, good to see you. Kappa. I see dead men walking. I know, George, but do you know what? Fuck them. It doesn't matter anymore. I've got to look after what's left. Okay, and that's us lot. That's one another. Okay, that's what we need to do. Protect our families if we can. Do what we can, but for the rest of them, we've done what we can for long enough now, guys. We've just been jabbed up, so that was it. That was the line they crossed in my head, my brain. I'm going back on that one. Loyal, can I get it back out? Loyal Tangy, good to see you, my friend. As always, Slim Pickings, my bruvski. British think tank. I feel a change of winds, maybe people are starting to stir a little bit. I might have that great awakening after all. Oh no, that's a given, Slim Pickings. That's coming whether everybody likes it or not. That's why everybody's aligning. That's why it's all happening. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows this never happened before as well. And the importance of it as well. It's like nothing bigger. George, look how many people are in on it, guys. You know the truth. But it's all lies. It's all bullshit. We're being controlled like fucking cattle, like we're all stupid. If you find anything out, like real, like what we have, it's just like smashes it, smashes the spell. Isabella, look to you too. Dragon Sageage. Dr. Michelle, yes, also to attack this new video on maps is good. He's done videos on maps as well. Oh, I map a Martin. It's not on maps for years. I love my maps. Well, I started in a flat earth on maps. I went to see the Mapper Monday, the oldest physical map in the world, apparently 1290. In Hereford Cathedral. It's on this channel as well, further back in time. George, good to see you. And I could say hello to people in the chat with my Celtic Tartarian channel logo. People are like, hello, Celtic Tartarian channel. That's actually me. And that's one of our other channels, guys. It's years old. It's 1,000 videos. A massive resource of information. Oh, I see. I see you. Michael, Catty. I think auto-detecting might have subbed my son. That'd be nice if he has. I think he has. That's good. Oh, Dr. Michelle Either. Thank you as well. Is that you, Angel? Oh, yes, it is. Oh, there you are. That's nice. And Love in the Midst as well. Who is it? Angel. Oh, I love the Snow Queen story. It's really trippy. Have you heard it? There's all magic in it, etc. Love it, love it. Excellent. Ellie May is easily pleased. Hope you have enjoyed the show anyway. There's links to, if you are interested. I don't know. My rabbit's giving me the "you don't love me" look. I do. I'm waiting for a box of them because so many people want signed copies. I won't be able to send oogles amount of signed copies out because I won't have that many. Did you cover the Oriole Linda book, Martin? No, I didn't, Mick Sullivan. I didn't at all, no. I don't know, Karen. What it is, I explained to somebody this week, is with what we're doing on here, there's a certain chronology to it. All of the people who follow, you know, it's like, you know, we've discovered stuff along the way, and it's like a story. It is a story, like that what we've been doing. So I just don't fuck with it. I don't fuck with the magic. Everything is in place every single time. It feels comfortable. It ka-chings in my head. I think, yeah, that's right. That's how it goes. And I don't look into it no more than that. It feels right. The best old maps are out there. Yeah. The real map of Earth is elusive, and we haven't got it, even if it's possible. Really. So much missing. I collect atlases. I collect like phantom atlases as well, but hidden lands, etc. I don't even know how many atlases I got. My earliest is a massive, big, fucking thick atlas from 1880s, and it's got like the maps of all American cities in there and all their grids, you know, their blocks. Amazing, even at that period. Juicy Bob, good to see you. Blink, eating, blink. Alpha Billy's there. Outdates. Only dates these days come from the Middle East somewhere. Yeah, well, maybe. I don't really know. I don't know anything anymore, Alpha Billy. My Brian is fried. Oh, fried-brained Martin burn-outage. Nah, Valley Blue, good to see you, honey. And I'm American then. I went all American. Good to see you, honey. Honey, I'm home. Oh, there's me there. There's weird. So yeah, you're in the Tartarian channel as well, aren't you? So much love to you too. Okay, I can't talk in two chats at the same time. Mary Smith. Female pygmies. Yeah, well, they're pygmies. They're probably little on that island. Who even knows? Friesland's got loads of maps of Friesland existing as well. Among others in the north. Northern Oceans. Dragon Sage, good to see you. I have fairies, good to see you, my lovely. Got sound really well, Shane. So, Fanny Blue, love is there. And Martin's there, fan of British. Oh, come on, I'm on there. I didn't even know I could do that. Muzz, good to see you, my friend. I think you're in Aussie land, I'm not sure. Probably. I don't know what that says, Jew. Julie I say Jew, right, Jew? So Jew. PJ's there. Hyborium, Polo, Attico, Amphidia. That sounded funny when I said Latin. I didn't like that. I don't think I'll do that again. Okay. And Dr. Michelle as well. I love us and our wormholes. Yeah, man. It's a brilliant adventure. So buzzy. I got like a little animal thing flying around here. Buzzing me. Ugh. Anyway, I got to go, guys, because I'm fledged out. So, much love to you all. This has been an extra. It's been about, was it warmer in the past? Was there more suns? And is that the reason for hats? Is that the reason for umbrellas, apart from flying, that is? Because the evidence in artworks and photography seems to be suggesting such a thing, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Have a look for yourself, guys, and see how many you could see with snow and how many without. Because I tell you what, it's predominantly without snow in paintings too, especially paintings of the 18th century. Look at them. There's a good few sort of Jesuit types of painting at that period in Russia. They had it really going on. JC, see my friend. Lynn, Black Rock, Black Pyramid. Well, I think it's an impossibly big pyramid to the magnetic rock. I think Mount Meru, in my brain, is the thing.
It is. Stormy Gale. Good to see you. Eddie. Blue Sky, as always, thank you. Michael De Silva. Good to see you, my friend, as well. Maku. Vuna Polar Bear. Cheers, mate. Cheers, matey. Like you look funky. Ryan and CMR. You all look funky. Love you all. We're gonna go. Stacy, Massachusetts. And Denise. Ooh. So if you're out in chat, there's a good 500-600 of you says here. So that's a few of you on one channel and load on the other and your Facebook. Share this out. Like it if you did, and everything else YouTube it. Okay, because it all helps for the spread of truth. Okay. That unselfish click. Okay, of that finger. Ooh, I hurt my finger clicking that. See, don't say much to it, guys. Yeah. I likes and clicks every fucker. Do you know what? On my Celtic Tartaria charity channel, I found that I subscribed to 28,000 people. Just subscribed to everybody. Yeah, I know, it's me all over. Invincible. Oh, that's an interesting name. Ryan, okay. Anyway, I gotta go. Around Steve. Rastafari. Camelot Autodetic thinks that maybe a thing called Miru is dark crystal. Yeah. We've been mentioning that for quite a while, yeah, on the Flat Earth Realmage. Oh, what's that? Wondercur works that. Good night. Oh, Nostar to you as well. Lovely German, I think, person. And Holistic Media. Ooh, I don't know which one you are. Decent. But anyway, much love to you. Thanks for all you do. Okay, check my thing behind. That's off Canning Dirt and Rob, who sent that lovely new backdrop. Blue screen. And Mary again. Stranger again. Cool. Nice to see you, my brother. And gee whiz, the earth is flat. In Indiana, America, no shit. Okay, now. Don't take a genius to work this shit out. They're lying. That's bullshit. They can't even get up there. Never could. Good night, Moonbeam. Nostar. Rest well, all of you. Have nice dreams. Don't worry about a thing. Bob Marley, he told you, didn't he? Because every little thing. That's right. Yeah, Brian knows. I sent a book, your book, to a friend in prison here in the States. Oh, he's going to fucking love that if he's in Clink. He's so anti them. He'd be like, this is my new Bible. Little Fox, much love to you. Okay, I gotta fuck off. Michael Martin, good to see you. Good to see you as well. Said that, didn't I? King Snoogle the Viking. It's good, that name, isn't it? King Snoogle. Snoogle Burger. Trauma. So yeah, Martin's ranted and talked and give you a show for an hour. I wish I could have seen more of that actually, because it got good. Me and Dow was like really talking for ages. It's another hour of that, of pictures. Spewing. So yeah, apparently it's available on our website as well. You can see below. That is them truthers. We should make the effort and discuss that somewhere. So us being us, we're kind, aren't we? Yeah, show them the way. Kindly look after him. And I didn't stamp all over him or anything, did I? No. I thought I was really kind. Anyway, thanks, Benny. And Teresa, love your nails. Oh, I see. Warmer in the past than it builds into show it. Yeah, they can't build all that shit in the freezing fucking weather. Don't take G's to work that out either. I mean, flat thumbs, double flat thumbs. Chunk man, just give me $23. Bang your chuck, man. It's fucking awesome. So double flat thumbs into Affinity Plus with bells on twice. Yeah, beat that one. Go on. Why you? Espionage. Yeah, I'm a spy. I roll on my floor playing The Box by Orbital because it's proper spy music. Have you heard it? Oh, that makes you want to do like spy moves around your house, behind the door. You're good. Don't you do that? Oh, I thought everyone done that. Must be just me then. I know you're all thinking, help me, get away from this man. Killjoy, my wife and I want to see a picture of your rabbit, please. My rabbit's on the floor, you're really sulking. Yeah, she's picture. Okay. Buckle in and I'll show you things that
the nice things that my lovely friend Karen and Rob sent me from Yozak's in Americaland. Okay. And my bunny rabbit. Okay. Okay. So there's a nice bookage, people. Should we have another examination of hippie chick stuff? So yeah, Karen sent in like all these like precious gemage, like lapis lazuli, what's that? Oh, I don't know. My son's familiar with all of these stones. He knew them all, like brown jasper. Is that a stone? Look how beautiful and blue they are, guys. I tell you what, when the light catches them, it looks juicy. Brown jasper, you get loads of that one. Tiger's eye. Oh, I always carry one of them. Tree agate. And so all these are like American, and a big chunk of rose amethyst as well. Some amethyst, are they there? What's that? Ooh. We love our crystals. So my son will be making like funky jewelry out of them. He makes beautiful jewelry. I got a new cigar box from Venezuela. Okay. And there's all the stuff like wires and stuff that she sent to make jewelry with. She's very, very kind from America. I got one of these, and since I've seen my friend's daughter had one, I've been wanting one. And when the sun catches, it sends us prisms around your room. It's fucking fantastic. So, bunny rabbit, yeah, that's what it was all about, wasn't it? Where's my bunny rabbit? Where's my bunny rabbit? I did take a photograph of my bunny rabbit for you guys. I thought it'd be really important. Okay, where's my bunny rabbit? It's down here. There's all them lovely Russians. Oh, there you are. So there she is. She's got like a big mousy head. Okay. All right, she's looking a bit psychopathic there, but really she's lovely. Okay. Yeah. She's got a lovely floppy ear. She's massive. Yeah, so she's got a lot of presence as well. So there we are, bunny moment. So epic cuteness. Okay, and it is a luxury bunny. Just imagine like the inside of like the best limousine you've ever been in with like 30 seats and shit. Yeah, she's like that. I know. Like, am I? My best rabbit going. Yeah. So there you are. Don't say I ever disappoint my subscribers. Oh, Chuckman, 99. Thank you for that, brother. That was really kind. Daniel Pollock. Thank you, my brother. There you are. Do you see my bunny rabbit? There you are. I'm happy about that. Okay. That's lucky. And it's lucky because she's lucky she found us. It's just a miracle, really, because I was like, oh, we really love animals. And really good. We love rabbits. I understand rabbits. It's like I've seen the film Willard, you know, Ben. Yeah. So like Willard for rabbits. Oh dear. That would scare me. Go ask Alice. Yeah, we got a black bunny though. Yeah, we don't do the white bunny. We do the black bunny. Yeah, it's much more meat. Rav, good to see you, little fox. See, Coop, never took you for a fluffy bunny guy. Oh no, I'm tough as fuck. Yeah, I'll still fuck you up. Not you, people, if they fuck with me. It's just like there's pure gangster. It's a bunny. Yeah, nothing wrong with a bunny. Yeah, don't make you a lesser man because you loves animals or loves people. Still tough. I think feel bad now, see, Coop. Yeah, you never took you for the bunny guy. What do you think it was going to have a Rottweiler? A savage Rottweiler frothing at the mouth when I walk past people. Did you think that? Or does that suit me? What do you think poodles got? No, not me. No, not me, Michelle. What about? Not Michelle. What about poodles? Why are poodles called poodles? Are they poo dolls? Dolls covered in poo. So they do get a bit messy on the back end, I've noticed. I know I got a friend that hates poodles. Not hates. Not that's an unkind word. Doesn't really like poodles. My mother used to hate red setters. She said they were dirty, nasty, randy dogs, like attack people in the street, rubbing their leg, you know, what they do. So I think that's a thing as well. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a question before I fuck off. Okay. This is a question for you American people, more pointed towards more you than the British, although probably. So it's not a trick question. I just want to know what you think. Okay. Now, brace yourselves. Simple question, really. The group, the pop group, or the heavy metal band, if you want to call them that, Motley Crue, Are they a good band, like as in fantastic, or are they shit? Right? I want to hear your vote. Like Motley Crue, yeah. You know, they have got like that weird looking lead singer, and they have got that guy who was with Pamela Anderson. Remember that? Oh yeah. So they got in Tommy Lee. Don't remember. Yeah. So it's like they got something like fan-fucking-tastic in the band. And so I want to know, Motley who? Oh, well, there you are. Motley Crue, is it? I don't know, I'm British. We didn't really have them here. We had proper bands like Led Zeppelin, T-Rex, just say, Black Sabbath. Britain, we shit super groups. Supertramp. What's Learning to Fly? Good, but not great. Now, I think what it was with them Learning to Fly, from what I made out at the time, is that's the one I was thinking of. Girls. Is they were just like marketed really fantastically. They had all them camera crews going out. They made them look more fab than they actually were. So they'd have like loads of screaming chicks making them look like they were something more going on. It was all just manufactured. I can see what was going on. You know, they had like a drum kit floating in the air on a big massive gantry. I've seen anything like it. But it was fucking Spinal Tap. You know, our amplifiers go up to 11. Spinal Tap. They were Spinal Tap guys, I think. So yeah, the vote is that they were overrated. Okay, they had Tommy Lee and that weird looking blonde guy who probably the women found fluffy and cute. I don't know. Seemed like in the videos. Then videos and mini movies. They spend like $100,000 million billion, and they has like stars, famous stuff. Spinal Tap really play music. Did you see them, Cowgirl at Glastonbury? They play proper fucking music. They were really they smashed it. Yeah, and they has like, oh, our cage won't open, and then they like die. Or the dwarfs carrying in the fake Stonehenge. The Stonehenge collapses and kills dwarfs. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's all for like, you know, entertainment purposes. It's all for the good of the people in the audience, etc. Not that I'm pro killing dwarfs with large megalithic stones, because that would be stupid and cruel. Killing Joke Stonehenge, or not Killing Joke, Killing Joy, Killjoy. They used to put paint down on walls back in the day. I've never really got it. Killjoy was shared, and they have this nose over a wall, a pair of hands. We used to draw it on our school books. Do you remember that? Stupid. Oh. Anyway, probably lives in a different. Why is that word just keep showing up all the time? Really weird. So yeah, Matt Leaker channel. 36,000 subscribers day before yesterday. Thank you very much for that. I was just going over that. Forgot to say that. So that was fucking brilliant. And my Celtic channel is back alive as of a fortnight ago. So we're on there now as well. Okay? Okay. Get over and check that out. 1,000+ videos, guys. Yeah. Last 6 years. Hundreds and hundreds of videos on this subject. Just saying. In case you didn't know. Because it just seemed to be lying there dormant. Anyway. What a wasted resource. I gotta go. Oh, I see. Back is killing me. Elizabeth, because we just sit. Captain Rankin. And I think the last one, Stacy. Now they spray safe. Stay safe, hello. Oh, I don't know. Saw that hairspray in it. Fluffy hair, 1980s, really weird. Look at Bon Jovi, they had that going on, didn't they? And Van Halen and all the rest of it. No. Not saying anything about Eddie. I know you all get upset. Okay, no, you're all still in a grief state. There you are, Michael, Eddie Van Halen. So, Pamela Anderson and Tommy. Michael, yes, we all know about that. We've all got that smashed into our consciousness forever. Thanks, YouTube. Daniel, of course, we didn't have to look, did we? But Zappa's the best. I'm not even going to say anything about that Dragon Stage. Still to this day. But this is Zappa since I was very, very young. Anyway, lovely sheep. So our vote is that Motley Crue, why ever I just chose that thing is because a video came up the other day with girls, and I was thinking to myself, fuck me, this is just brilliant. this is really, really good. I was thinking, are they this fantastic? I'm going to watch a couple more of their videos. I don't even know these because I don't really, because I'm British. And I watched a few of their videos and I was like undecided. You know, we had a meeting once in school when we were like young hoodlums, if you like. So we had a dinner time meeting of like to discuss like this new band that's just turned up, Morrissey, it's the Smiths. So it's like, well, what do you think? It's like, well, we're gonna have to be honest on this one. They are pretty fantastic, aren't they? It was like, yeah, they're really, really good, aren't they? It's like, yeah. So we all had to sort of an agreement that this new band that turns up, the Smiths, were actually really, really fucking fantastic and smashing it, and there was nothing better at the moment. Like, I know, crazy. We had to have a meeting to discuss that in school. Brilliant. Bobby Brown, nah, there ain't nothing wrong with the Bobby Brown except Whitney Pitney. Yeah, look at Paul Whitney. Yeah, if she'd have gone down the same road to say, I don't know. I was going to say Diana Ross, but that is probably not a good one. I was thinking more lines of Donna Summer. Yeah, David Jones, like your taste, my brother. Anyway, we could go on about pop forever. We always end up with a pop quiz or something, don't we, at the end? So, Miss Jude Guitar. His guitar wants to kill you. He's just fantastic on guitar. Another apostrophe. Frank Zappa, absolutely brilliant. And don't you drink that yellow snow? You know, no. Okay. Change man. Lynn. I gotta go. This is 3 hours of me talking again. 3 fucking hours and 15 minutes on the Flat Earth British Think Tank channel. Warm regards to you all. I think it was warmer in the past. I think women pissed in their big dresses in piss pots. I don't know if that's a thing, but somebody said in my comments. Thought it was interesting. And everything else we looked at, the map thing was pretty cool. I like that. And the hour show with the Taffy, that was called Jeremy, which was a nice fella, and I really enjoyed it. So, probably well. Yellow. Oh, Michael. I have to move now. I was listening to it today. I had a yellow one today. 3 hours feels like 5 minutes. It goes like that, Jenny. Time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say. So I gotta go. Okay, because I'm mouth like a witch's tit. I need to do something about that with coffee. Probably burned away my coffee, and I left the pot on 3 hours ago. It's probably a brown caked coffee in the bottom of my coffee machine. Oh, Jethro Tull. Yeah. I like Jethro Tull. He's a fucking freak, isn't he? But it plays sweet pipe. And I love that one. Living in the Past. Classic. Anyway, just bought your book. Did you buy my book? There you are. Somebody just bought my book. I hope you enjoy it. You will enjoy it. Okay, I'm sure you will. It is mind splatted. It's like one long Flat Earth British vlog of splatness. Okay, telling deep truths they don't want to hear. There's buzz in that in itself. It's like, oh, they're never going to want this. Yeah, no shit. You're going to enjoy it. Croissant. Love you too, brother and sisters. Okay. Right, until the next time. Keep your vibration up. martinliga7@gmail.com is my email address here. And I've had a message off my webmaster only 2 days ago. What he's done. Animals. What he's done is he's got access to the Photo Drop 2. Okay, and I'll load a couple of thousand on there tomorrow. I want to go more time. And he's going to access them and put them on the website, so you have an endless resource of pictures on a revamped flatearthbritishinfo.com website, which is going to come back very soon. Okay, and all the other stuff. Can you see this shit going on? Okay, no. Okay. Insected. So anyway, much love to you all. I gotta go. Oh. Amazon, just get on Amazon. The links are down below in the descriptions box for the book page. Okay, just below this video, you'll see them. Okay. Thank you, Chris. Long live Tartaria, Chrisage. And thank you, Cap, as well. Okay. Thank you. Thumbs up. Flat thumbs and thumbs in there as well. Okay, thanks. See you on the next one. Be back in a day or 3 or 2. Oh, I don't know what day it is. Where am I? Come on. This is nuts, this insect's right up in my fucking face, man. Anyway, I'll see you later, guys. Thank you, everyone, on the Celtic Town channel on Facebook, guys. See you soon. Share this if you can. Thanks.